There. What is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercasice, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Solaires, specifically Wanderer, Tiny, Herma, Stray, and Walf. Say hi, guys.
Yo!
Hello.
Oh my goodness gracious, I'm out of breath already. Anyways. Alrighty, I'm about to say, now I got all my notes together and I got my stuff taken care of. We can go ahead and get started by me saying, last time on D&D. The Solaires as they oh gosh. As the Solaires have continued down the ravaged path of Atharia, leaving now to having solved the issue inside of Black Hollow, are preparing to move forward into the next village. As you guys were progressing, you got to learn more about the characters, some of the characters' backstories, people opening up more about their pasts and some of their current things that they have been on their mind. You got to learn more about Blue, and got to learn more about Henrik. Garnan opening up more with Alosa, and Alosa doing vice versa. You even got to learn about Filman's family and Kark's curse. And as we continue on with where we left off with Garnan and Blue on the final at the final watch of the night.
Shit, already? Okay.
Well, that's where you guys were. We were on the last watch, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey, Blue.
Yeah.
Oh, God. He rubs the back of his head, like, and he can tell he just feels so awkward right now.
Yes, Garden.
I think I need help. So, you know how Alosa and I have been friends for a while now?
Yes, friends.
Yeah. I don't think I want to stop there with her. So, could you maybe help with that?
Blue looks down and then smiles at him. Yes, 100% I will help you in your endeavor.
I don't like how enthusiastic you are about this. That scares me.
Eh, Getting people together is a passion of mine.
That's a weird fashion, but okay.
All right. While you guys are on watch, two things. One, during that whole little bit, I was listening to Love Shack in my head. And two, I need both of you to roll perception checks for your watches.
Hoorah.
Pull up my cards, Jesus.
26.
All right.
12.
All right. Excuse me. Sorry. About to say, Garnan, you're a little preoccupied with, Blue being a little bit more enthusiastic about helping you. And while you're doing that, Blue, you're kind of just staring out into the night. You know the ravaged paths better than anyone, and how dangerous this place truly is. You have seen creatures that you've never seen before, and you've dealt with obstacles that most people would have shied away from. However, you see something moving out that seems a lot larger than anything you've ever seen before. It's moving very slowly, and with a 26, you'd be able to tell us. About to say, you swear you hear just a very, very, like, low-toned... It doesn't seem like it has noticed you guys, nor does it seem like it's, like, seeing anything, really. It just looks like it's, like, focused going in a direction. Again, you don't know what it is, but it seems like it's focused in a direction.
What direction?
It's heading towards where you guys are heading.
Oh, okay. So it's not going to Machiavelli. Good.
No, it's literally going... It's going north.
Alright, this is good and all, Garnet, but shut up for a second.
Huh?
Blue
What?
points in the direction of the thing.
Garnet, now that you have, like, put aside your thoughts for a moment, and you look in the direction, you kind of squint, and you just see, you kind of look at the tree, you're like, oh, yeah, no, I could kind of, whoa, taller than the trees. Like, this thing is hard to miss. Get somehow rolled a stealth of 13.
Should we do something, or... I mean, it doesn't notice us, but... It's just
Can I,
there.
like, try to make out what this thing is at all?
You have dark vision.
About to say, do you have dark vision?
What?
Yeah, as a verb, actually no, verbals don't have dark vision.
You realize I gave them goggles of night, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys do
yeah.
have goggles of night.
Forgot about that.
Blue's gonna put those on.
Does that give them
got
30
that.
feet or 60 feet of dark vision?
I believe it's 60 feet. I can double check if you want me to.
Please do. I just want to double check that because
It is 60. It adds 30 feet if you already have dark vision.
okay, so it's 30, and then if you have dark vision, 60. Okay.
No, it's 60 feet, and then if you have dark vision normally, it adds another 30 to said dark vision.
Oh, so it's like if you have dark vision and then you put them on, it's like giving you superior dark vision. Jesus.
Yes.
Damn. Okay, fair enough. Well, with your guys' goggles, about to say, if you guys want to roll a nature check, you can, but the DC is going to be pretty high because it is a decent distance away. Because if this thing was walking right next to you, you would have noticed without having to roll for it.
10.
10?
Uh, 20.
Garnet, you're with the distance. You kind of are having a hard time making out exactly what this is. You have some ideas. There are creatures this big, but nothing specific comes to your mind. Blue, this thing looks familiar to you. Like you've seen this creature before. You can't quite place it, what it is, but you feel like you've seen it. This looks like something that's near the capital. Like something that comes from near the capital.
This,
What is...
I think I've seen this before. I'd have to get closer to actually know what it is. I could use my stealth to get closer.
Sure.
Xair's been teaching me that.
Are you sure you should do that?
What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about, though?
That was awkward. So, what's your guys'
Still-
game plan? It is still moving, but it's pretty slowly moving. It doesn't look like it's in a rush.
I think we should wait it out. I don't want to get risky.
I could get close to it. I have... Blue pulls out a blue potion from his bag of holding. That could help me.
What is that?
It's a potion. It's a potion of invisibility.
Oh. Okay. Do you want my trap just in case?
Yeah. No, this isn't humanoid, so that trap would work on it.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Garnet is looking for any way to use this item.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah. If it goes bad, I'm gonna start running in the opposite direction, so I can lead it away from the group.
Yelling, bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day.
Yep.
At least scream so I know it went bad. I'll chase after you. After waking me.
Blue pulls out his flute.
Not what I meant to do.
This'll help.
All right. So are
Are
you?
you going to serenade the big monster?
No, he can use the flute as a whistle to get your attention.
So, so what's the plan here? Are you just trying to sneak up there? Are you taking the potion of invisibility? What are you doing?
I'm gonna take the potion of invisibility and sneak closer so I can try and remember what the heck this is.
All right. With that, I will say, roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Right. 22.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. No. So, as you are getting closer, your feet are starting to move a little bit more instinctually. All that time watching Kazir do his thing and sneak around from place to place, it's starting to rub off on you a bit. You're actually like, damn, this is actually a lot more useful than I thought. And as you're kind of moving, you're getting closer to this creature. This creature is massive. This creature is a bit taller than the trees. Like, it is a 50, 60 foot thing. As you're kind of getting closer, you kind of look up at it. You see some foliage on the top of it, and you even see some trees on top of this creature. As are you proceeding to move up the creature? You to stay behind it?
I'm gonna stay behind it to where I can get a good look at it and try and remember what it is.
I will say
from nearby the capital.
I will say, now that you are this close, roughly, were you wanting to keep it like 20 feet away?
Yeah, 20 feet will do.
All right. I want you to roll me a nature check, and I will say with advantage because of where this creature is actually from.
That's a 19.
The DC is lowered now that you're closer and it's not something that's like an object in your eye. You actually do know what these things are. These creatures are known as shrub grubs. This is a misnomer, and you would know this because as you left the city, the capital, for the first time to go on the caravan, you've seen these creatures. The druids found apparently these are creatures native to Atharia. These are non-carnivore creatures. In fact, they're not exactly the brightest crayons in the box, if you catch my drift. They're kind of more like creatures that need to be shepherded. And in case anyone needs to know how to spell it, it's literally spelled shrub grub. SHRUBGRUB. However, you did ask questions of your caravan driver because you've never seen these things, and you kind of had a little bit of a freak out, considering the fact that this thing is larger than a woolly mammoth. You would know that these creatures are used by the Atharian government to handle druidic anomalies. There is something weird though. There isn't a druid riding it. At least not that you can see. It seems to be going on its own.
You don't know how tempted I am to just touch this thing.
He touched the butt.
Identifying it, Blue's just gonna head back.
All right.
So I do know what this thing is.
Garnan, you hear a voice come from somewhere. You don't see Blue.
Yeah.
I'm punching the air when it starts. Not expecting it.
I'm gonna keep my distance.
I'm
No.
still punching the air.
This is a shrub grub of the misnomer variety, but this one should not be here.
Do I know what this is?
About to say roll. About to say. Actually, you would. I don't. You don't need to roll this. You don't really know of these things. I will say, with your time in Athario, you've heard of them, but very, very little details about them. You just know that they're these gigantic creatures that druids typically take care of. Supposedly, they're a service to the government, but you don't really know exactly what that means.
Oh, I know exactly what that is. I think.
I could feel the sarcasm there.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is.
This thing is something that's supposed to be herded by druids. It helps, like, build and take care of anomalies. But there isn't a druid around. This one should not be here. It is incredibly dangerous if we were to get under its feet.
I'm getting, like, massive tall neck vibes from this thing. From Horizon Zero Dawn.
A little bit. Ironically, and I can say this because it's fun for me to talk about this just a little bit. This is actually a creature that I created. I actually created it a while ago. At my job, we sell these things that kind of look like these weird little beasts that they're actually like pots for plants. And it's so, like, kind of goofy looking and, like, a little derpy, and I'm like, that's adorable. That would make an interesting creature. So instead I changed it a bit, and I made it a, like, massively tall creature that actually walks around and everything.
If this thing does end up going rogue, it could be under the effect of the plague. But burn it. We need to burn this thing to the ground.
Okay.
Anyway, back on the topic of me helping you get into Los's pants.
No. We can talk about the grub shrub. It's okay.
Yeah. I will say this, for you, Blue, you would know that shrub grubs are actually, they're peaceful creatures. Like, they don't hurt anyone. They're large creatures, and they could accidentally step on something. That's why a druid typically guides them. But they're harmless. They actually do help the country by helping take care of druidic anomalies. They take, for example, an example would be, like, when the swamp started to grow out longer than it should have, a shrub grub could actually help take care of the increase in fungus and all that stuff. Or when typically, like, forests become a little bit undone and, like, creatures are trying to make their way out, shrub grub is kind of assigned to many creatures. Because of its large size, many creatures are very hesitant to try to exit the forest if one's around.
Yes, but Blue's also wary that since we're on the ravaged path, it could be infected by the plague. Which is what I was hinting at.
Ah. I just wanted to make sure because I'm like, whoa, you wouldn't know they're gentle giants. They don't hurt anyone.
Mm-hmm. But the ravaged path is kind of messed up, so who knows?
I mean, if you really want to kill the thing, okay.
No, I didn't see any black dots on it, but we'll see. So why are you asking for my help?
No reason. No reason.
Well, now that you brought it to my attention, I'm gonna help you whether you like it or not.
Because you seem capable of doing it. Karek's kind of an idiot. Philman kind of just strike. I mean, he's a family man, so. And I'm pretty sure Necklace have feelings. You get the point.
Yeah, I get the point. But I'll help you.
I just want to point out, I find it very funny that I just pulled everyone out, and Garnan's one of the only ones that doesn't know what the fuck is happening with 3. He says, Billman isn't a family man when he's got a wife and kid.
Mm-hmm. Kark is secretly a super genius.
Exactly.
Each of these.
Remember,
Go ahead.
What?
I was just about to say, I told you guys when you recruited them that each of these characters have their own individual backstories or their own backgrounds and everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember, I was there. The first time you tried to, first time I saw you tried to invite Alosa to the mountains to see your family.
Yeah. I know.
I'll help you.
I
Seems like you both could use a nice time after this hell.
Yeah, this path is not very pleasant. I really just get this shit over with.
A few nights ago, I had a talk with Tark. He's not as you seem, and Kazir has been looking at Philman differently for some reason. So, once we finally do get out of this path and finish what we're looking for, go have fun. I'll try and talk Alosa into going with you.
It's less about her coming with me. I think I'm making a headway on that. It's more about the fact that I don't want to go there with her as her friend. You get that meaning?
I know. One day, probably soon, I need to tell the party about some of my past, and you should talk to people other than Alosa about your past as well.
Maybe.
We need to get to know the party together, because if we end up, from what I've seen, if we end up running into a shape changer of sorts, we really need to know backstory in case something changes into one of us.
Shape changer?
Yes.
What?
Velasmir and from Malden, I believe, are able to change their forms to look like others.
Okay. Maybe we should have a phrase so that that doesn't happen. Like a signifying phrase.
There's one phrase I always use when talking to Roland. All legends die twice. That's what I've kept to heart. Maybe that could be it.
I was thinking more of like a I say something and then you say something, and if you don't say that something, I kill you.
That would be a better choice. So hopefully I don't forget.
We can workshop. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Hopefully everything will go down sooner. Though I know in Stratford it won't.
I'm just ready to get this shit over with.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You have a fan on or something?
No. That's weird. Hold on. I actually hear it too.
What's that?
That's weird. Anyways, so
Who knows?
as the night progresses, you guys eventually. Ah, shit. Was this? Yes, this would have been your guys' now second day of travel, starting as the sun starts to rise. So, as the sun starts to rise and everything, I assume everybody wakes up at this point.
Yes.
We wake everyone up. How far has the grub shrub gone?
The shrub grub, as far as you can see, has gone quite a distance at this point. Roll a perception check.
Perception. One of my best stats. One of my best stats.
Natural 1. You can't see it.
Okay.
In
it's
fact,
gone.
as you're looking out there, a fly hits you right in the eye.
Fuck.
What? Are you screaming?
Fly hit me in the eye. Let's go.
Be careful.
No.
But anyways, ever waking everybody up?
Onward. Yes.
So as you guys all wake up, you guys get horses ready to go and get in with the carriage. Who is going to be on the carriage? Like driving it
Dib.
specifically?
Oh. Dibs. I'm not good with animal handling, but I know the routes.
I'm alright with whatever anyone else wants.
Hold on, let me check my animal. I'll take the carriage.
And I'll be the scout. I have a +7 to perception. Might as well.
I am better with animals than I am with my own religion.
Animals are easier to talk to.
Yeah, animals are a little bit easier to talk to than God.
Facts.
Well, 2 of them. I mean, what?
God. God.
Oh,
Tell me where to go. Anyways, whoever
Oh goody.
I would like you.
Oh goody.
About to say, who would like to roll a perception check as you guys are traveling?
Me.
I will.
I'm going to be running. I'm going to be walking alongside the carriage.
All right.
The dog.
With the dog? All right. All right.
Will that dog?
Dog.
Perception again.
+6.
Plus
Better
6.
say-
I was about to say +6, but I'm
I was actually about to say, Belwraith, I want to say, if you're doing animal handling, or say if somebody was doing animal handling, I would need you to roll. So Belwraith got a 7. You're noticing, as you guys are going, and Kazir and Blue, you're keeping your eyes out, keeping your ears up, listening very keenly. And also, even with that low roll, Kazir, that's still pretty decent for you, because I think your perception's like a +8, was it?
my perception is
Six.
+6.
+6. There we go. I was about to say that's still an 11. That's okay. You're keeping your eyes peeled. But as you guys are looking out, instantly, like not too big of a deal, because you notice these giant ass footsteps that are walking through, like walking by the trail you guys are going. But I say, Blue, you don't even concern yourself. You recognize them immediately. This is very obviously the shrub grubs. The shrub grubs' footsteps.
Would Kazir have any idea what a shrub grub was?
No.
But I say because you are from Uskar, past the Exeter Desert, you would have no idea what this thing is.
Right, Kazir's like, what the hell made those?
But
Shrub grub.
I will say,
What?
I will say for you, Kazir, these things are like size-wise, pretty darn close to the war cats your people ride into battle.
Wow.
But those are times of war, like that. Like the Great Mane of Uskar does not share secrets about the war cats and everything.
Understandable.
That would be the closest reference for you on these creatures because of their sheer size. But you have no fucking idea what a shrub grub is.
Alright.
Eventually, Stray, we are gonna have to sit down and talk about the lore of Uskar and everything, so you actually know it better. But
Well, I wasn't sure if Kazir might have passed through something similar or whatever, but anyways.
the shrub grubs don't go near the Exeter Desert. They're supposedly there are desert-based creatures that do handle anomalies in those areas. However, shrub grubs are very specific to like more forested climates, and
They would die.
they would have a harder time surviving in the desert. However, I will say, because of your knowledge on them, Blue, because you rolled a 19, you would know that shrub grubs are also pretty decent at climbing in the mountains and everything. Because of their sheer size and like the claws that are on their feet, they can actually climb up mountains and everything.
Terrifying.
Oh, absolutely, fucking terrifying. But they are good at what they're meant for.
Being terrifying.
But for you, Blue, you notice these footsteps, no problem. You are aware of what creature these are. However, as you're going, you're noticing something. The horses seem a bit agitated. And Belwraith you're working hard to make sure the horses are staying on track, but you're also noticing that the horses are getting kind of spooked and a little just unsettled. You're not exactly sure why. If the shrub grub was nearby, kind of would make sense. Maybe they're intimidated by the creature, but the horses seem to be having some problems coming into this, going forward from where you guys are at.
I would like to pull out my lute and play them a song.
He just kind of mumbles to himself a little bit, just barely audible.
Just, goddamn horses.
It's more of like, what is wrong with you now?
Where's the manual?
I'd like to pull out my lute and play them a song to try and calm them.
Roll a performance check.
Perform. 21.
All right. So as you guys are riding along and going down the trail, Blue pulls out his lute and just kind of starts playing a nice, relaxing tune. Most of you guys are liking it, but I say Blue must be experimenting with some new music and everything because it's a little bit different than what he's usually done. The horses calm down a little bit, but they still seem a bit on edge.
We're being watched. Do.
Hey,
Doesn't it feel like somebody's watching
do
you?
I see this one?
What's up?
Do I see this?
I would say with how Belwraith and Blue are trying to handle the horses, you would notice this.
Hey, calm down. What's going on?
Oh, using your Furbolg ability?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me animal handling with advantage.
You
Okay.
can't speak.
Okay. Hold on. Animal handling? Jesus Christ.
Yes, with advantage because you're talking to them in their language.
23.
All right. You guys watch as Garnan starts walking his dog up closer to the horses, and you see them kind of freaking out. And Garnan just kind of puts his hand, like, on the horse's mane, and just starts speaking to them in a language you guys don't understand. But Garnan kind of just says some words, and the horses seem to calm down a bit. You can still tell they're a bit spooked, but they seem a bit calmer than they were before. Like they're trotting forward. Yes, see, he speaks he's part Hans. Doesn't it feel like somebody's watching you? Do. Sorry. God damn, that song's gonna be stuck in my head for a while. Anyways, so as the party continues on, the day goes by without incident. Better say you're kind of just following the tracks. You guys notice that as you're running along, you seem to be moving a bit faster than the shrub grub, and by the time night starts to the sun's starting to set, you can actually see the shrub grub is still a bit ahead of you. Probably about 100 and about 160 feet ahead of you guys, but you can see it in the distance.
It needs it. Very badly.
Which, by the way, for Kazir and Henrik and Belwraith, you just see this ginormous creature that has like shrubbery and trees on its back.
Belwraith's done acid. He's seen weirder.
Actually, I think Belwraith would actually know what these things are. Because
Belwraith is all-knowing. We all know this.
no, he knows all and knows nothing at the exact same time. No, but when we talked about where your character was from and everything, it actually would be close to where the shrub grubs are taken care of in like their grazing land is actually not too far away from where your character comes from.
So would it be weird for one to be here?
Oh, absolutely. Like for you, you would know that shrub grubs are only brought in to handle, especially for you, because with Blue, he has to ask questions. You know, being a bard, he doesn't really dabble in the creatures that live outside the city. He was more focused on the music in the city. But for you, being a cleric of the god of the past that we will not speak of.
Here at the time, I'll announce it. I don't feel bad.
I know, but when practicing your religion of the time, you would know that you've had to know about the land around you for protection's sake of the city, which you would know that shrub grubs are trained by druids. and that they typically only get, they're only brought out of their out of their grazing grounds
I know I heard you.
in cases of a nature-based anomaly, like something's wrong, like the swamp is starting to get out of control, or if like wild creatures of the forest are like coming out and attacking farmsteads more often, like unnaturally, not naturally. Obviously, if a wolf is injured and needs food, they're gonna attack the farm animals, but this is like.
Would
Go ahead.
I think it's because of the plague?
Roll, you know what? In this case, roll a nature check.
Nature check. Where is nature? There it is. +1. That's not bad. 15.
You would know the plague, while it does have is a medicinal thing. Shrub grubs are more for like nature-based things. The plague wouldn't have caused this creature to be here, but it is weird that this shrub grub is going. And again, there doesn't seem to be a druid in sight. So this thing's on its own.
Would I know if it speaks common?
Unfortunately, I would say that because you were never involved in like the raising of a shrub grub or hanging around, truly hanging
wouldn't
around
know.
them, you wouldn't know. But the druids are able to tame them.
One more thing. I just gotta see if I have a. I just want to see if I have tongues prepared. I don't think I do.
Always good
That's
to
a
double check your spells.
Do
That
clerics
is
have
a shame.
tongues?
I am sad.
I believe they do. Yes, they do, because Jester used it a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, they do, but I don't have it prepared, so it doesn't matter. Just for shits and giggles, can I call up to it? Excuse me.
It is about 160, 180 feet away from you guys.
Oh, I didn't. I thought it was like closer to us. Never mind then. Retcon.
Mm-hmm.
He'll watch it pretty closely.
So what? We're gonna shoot this thing or stare at it?
No, it's
don't.
perfectly. It's
I
peaceful.
mean,
It's just
what the
weird
fuck's
that
the
it's here.
protocol?
It's a shrub grub. Shrub grub?
Yes, that is what they're called.
Yes. This is a shrub. This is a shrub grub. It is completely peaceful, unless you attack it. Then we will die.
Okay.
Henrik, roll me a nature check.
Shit. Okay.
You are from Atharia, so
15.
15. You've heard of shrub grubs. They are not common in this area. But I say, ever since the forest was having problems, they talked about bringing a shrub grub to the area, but because of the nature of the problem in the forest, they figured that it would actually just be more of a hindrance to have a shrub grub nearby. In fact, it could cause problems, as it actually might interest some of the creatures in the forest to come out rather than for them to stay in. You know what they are, but you don't really know too much. You know enough to know that they're gentle giants. They don't hurt anything. They're there to help, but they're not very bright. They kind of need to be herded. But just like the rest of the party, you don't see a druid.
Should we try and go hurt it, or just leave it be?
I mean, God, I have a question.
Yes.
Do they make good potions?
You would know that they do make good potions, but it's not from their body. They're actually intricate herbs and various kinds of fruits and stuff that grow on top of a shrub grub's back. They are used in the making of potions.
All right. Well, shit. It's faithful and all. 100% walk towards it.
Or you just keep walking.
Yep.
The
Maybe,
creature. Go ahead.
what was I?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that just so you know, Henrik, this creature is about 160, 180 feet away. It is still moving. The sun is starting to set at this point, so if you guys wanted to make camp,
I can move 80 feet in one turn. I can catch up with it.
all right. I was just saying, the
I
party.
have 800 feet of rifle range. I don't want to hear it.
But I say
Oh my god.
the carriage is not gonna move that speed though.
I can
Watch it.
change that. Can I just whip the horse? Nah.
But I say, but if Henrik, if you want to ride off in front of everybody and head towards the creature, you certainly can.
I certainly will.
All right. You guys.
Blue's gonna hop off the carriage and use his full movement speed to keep up.
All right. So you guys watch as Baloo and Henrik race off towards the shrub grub.
Hell yeah. As he goes with them.
Oh, okay. Because here it's right behind him. But it's a.
If there's any climbing, best the cat does it.
Philman and Karik just kind of look at each other and just go, "Shit's weird." I don't understand why they're so interested in the moving pig thing.
You understand what you're old for.
But I say, Alosa has no intention of following either. She. Actually, hold on. I'm going to roll for this. Because she's a person of nature. She has heard rumors of these creatures, but she's one of those people that respects nature, and if nature needs to be involved with, she will, but she doesn't think that this needs necessarily our attention, at least not at the moment.
I think it's kind of not okay.
It's just, it is kind of interesting though, based on what Blue said. These things are herded. Kind of weird for one to be out here by itself.
I'm curious, but I also don't really care.
I mean, best just to keep an eye on it in case it tries to do anything crazy.
I send a familiar over.
Meanwhile, meanwhile, with the crazy bunch.
Zoom.
I asked Alos if I should send my familiar over with.
Oh.
Hey,
So I apologize. But I say Alosa would say she actually wouldn't she kind of puts her hand to her lips and goes, "You know, that's actually not a bad idea." She kind of lets out a small whistle, and Jiren comes out of her. Jiren kind of comes out of underneath one of the seats in the cart, and she actually goes, "If you look, I'll look." And you watch as Jiren starts to fly off.
My familiar, whose name I have forgotten, will follow.
You know, you're supposed to.
Amara?
I was about to say, Amara would be that one. Alayla was the name of your dog.
Okay. Well, to be fair, they were both dogs at one point, so it's hard to keep track.
Oh.
Yeah, but Amara was a blink dog, and Layla's a direwolf.
Oh, same thing.
But anyways, you guys want Karik and Philman are gonna take this opportunity to start setting up camp. And Bim's gonna help set up camp, and Knackle will do the same. Well, Knackle's gonna pick up Garnan so that he's not just standing in the middle of the road, and Philman will pick up Alosa.
Did I give the big alligator consent to touch me?
Well, Knackle's picking you up.
Did I give the big robot consent to touch me?
No, but Knackle cares enough that he doesn't want you standing in the middle of the road.
Did the robot even ask, though?
He doesn't really know human customs that well.
I'm not human.
Nine of us?
And
Knackle
you're
would.
sentient enough.
Humanoid customs then.
Yeah, but 3 of them just raced off towards this creature, and
Well, I was gonna say, Is Filman considered a medium creature?
Filman, while being tall, is still considered a medium creature. He is just underneath the requirements to be considered a large creature. Like a Goliath, close, but not quite.
I think Bim's gonna cast Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Oh. Okay, well, none of you guys are really here to see this, but, Bimp starts muttering some words under her breath, and, as she sits down, she casts Bimp's tiny hut.
Oh,
Spell called Bimp's Tiny Hut.
Well, it's called Lehman's Tiny Hut.
This one's Bimp's.
But this is Bim's
But this
Tiny
is Bimp's tiny hut. I'm about to say, and Philman is just gonna look at you and go, definitely be sleeping outside.
No, this is my tiny hut.
Bellrate just sits in, steps in it. Man. But, by the way, actually, wow, Garnet, this is actually a good question. Have you looked through the eyes of your familiar?
And you
Don't think I have yet. No.
Does it, as you let your sight go into to see through Amara's eyes, it is one of the weirdest sensations you've ever had. You are basically seeing through the eyes of a flying creature as it goes through the sky.
Oh my fucking god.
just scared of heights.
Garnet's never really flown before.
Good point. Good point.
So this is probably a weird experience for him.
But then again, most of the characters.
He immediately comes back out, just about falling over, not realizing what the fuck just happened. He sits down after realizing Knackle has picked him up, and then goes back into the site.
All right, as you re-enter the site. Which, by the way, before you re-enter the site, you realize you're sitting in a. What color is the dome you chose?
Are we in the desert?
You guys are currently in a kind of a. It is slightly fieldish, but there is various trees along the Ravage Path, so it's more of a kind of a free area at the moment. Couple of small hills.
Three.
You watch as Knackle brings you into this green like bump, and you're kind of afraid for a moment that he's gonna walk you right into a hill, and then you walk through it.
Knackle? Oh, what the?
And you watch as Bimp is sitting in the middle of this dome, and she just kind of waves at you.
Wizard shit.
I mean, more than less. I mean, that is correct. That looks like, technically this is my tiny hut. As she starts going into the logistics of how the tiny hut is created and the formulas and magical incantations that go into it, Garnet just lets his eyesight go, and you're back looking through Amara's eyes. That sounds like a Garnet answer right there. She's like, no, I don't want to know. But, yeah, kind of
Then don't ask.
plains-ish. It's more like open area. But to say, there are some hills and everything, but, like, there's a lot of open area because you guys chose to take the path rather than going towards where the forest is. But, but anyways, so while you guys are looking through the eyes of your familiars, Kazir, Henrik, and Baloo, you guys are basically zipping through the forest. It really does not take you that long to catch up to this creature because of how fast you guys can move. And, Kazir, you do notice that Blue has been taking your lessons in stride. He is actually able to keep up with you.
Yeah. Feel good. Yeah.
Because you're kind of says, you're doing a lot better, Blue.
Thanks. I managed to sneak up on this stuff last night.
Nice.
I'm gonna say, as you guys get closer, you can see you are now at the hindquarters of this gigantic creature. It is still walking.
So,
And
what was
it
your
ain't
plan to
just-
get on top of him?
What do you need from it? I'll get it for you guys. He kind of chuckles. Getting ready to climb.
Back through.
What?
Potion things. I'm not the potion man.
That would be.
I got it. He's
All
gonna
right.
like try to get the creature to stop.
Don't look at me. I'm just the DM. Like the creature's still moving.
Oh, he don't stop for shit. Gotcha.
To your guys' knowledge, well, Blue, you would know this because you had rolled a 19 on your nature check. Shrub grubs can actually go walk for days. Like they rest, they have to rest at least every 3 days. But as long as they eat and as long as they take a drink, they can go. They can go for 3 days. Basically, picture a camel. They can go 3 days. So they can go 3 days, but instead of 3 days and then taking a drink, they can walk 3 days straight. But then they have to rest.
Oof.
I don't think you're gonna be able to stop this thing.
Okay.
We can just keep following it. It will stop soon, since it walked all of yesterday.
I'm impatient. I'm gonna climb it.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
Henrik, I would like you to roll me an athletics check with disadvantage.
Athletics? Gotcha.
I just watch.
Because your watches as well.
That's a 16.
16? Not bad. About to say, Kazir, because of your claws, you can just roll straight. You could roll a straight athletics check.
Why not? I'll climb it. With advantage or disadvantage or anything?
Well, technically, you have a climbing speed, but this is not a rocky surface. This is an actual creature's, like, in this case, an actual creature's buttocks.
God.
Since Blue can't climb it, he's just gonna.
Oh.
Since Blue can't climb it, he's gonna give Kazir a bit of a pat on the back. Go, be free, and I cast Rising Note.
Oh, first time using this spell.
Oh.
So why don't you go ahead and explain what happens to Kazir?
Okay. So.
Or-
It's not called Rising. It's called like Kazir. As Blue pats you on the back, you see he kind of locks up a bit, but you float off the ground, feeling lighter than air.
Hell! You're like really unexpecting this as he floats up, kind of flying. Sorry.
Just fly up there and grab whatever you need. I'll stay down here. I can't exactly move.
All right. Because you're kind of flies up and helps Henrik gather whatever he's gathering.
Yep, Henrik, as you're actually like doing pretty decent. Like you start grabbing kind of the fur, and you're like determined to get to the top of this creature to get things from its behind. But as you're climbing up, you notice Henrik as Kazir just flies past you. Like legit flies past you.
No matter. I just need those ingredients. Nothing else.
And Blue, as the spell is going on, you are watching as the creature is starting to get farther and farther away.
Can't move.
Yep. And eventually, you do see Stray. Sorry, because Stray, you're in there. Get in there, buddy.
Oh, I don't want to be in the D&D world.
This world is dangerous.
God, that would be a horrifying thing to be in a world of D&D, just as you, no powers, no anything, just zero stats, basically.
The way I look at it is this: if I was in that world, if I could be raised by a merchant, I'd be okay. Like, that is all I want. I don't want anything else. I don't want to be a soldier. I don't want to be a noble. Both of those lines, and I don't want to be a farmer. All three of those lines of work are quest starting areas, and I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Or working in a tavern. One or the other. I'm fine with either one.
Understandable.
Work in a tavern, you'll get swindled all the time.
I know, but at least I can see the danger coming.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway,
yeah, I don't want to be in the world of D&D as me.
Eventually, Blue, you do watch as Kazir lands feet down on top of this creature.
Once I'm sure he's done.
Nightwolf Azure, welcome to the chat. All right, and as you are focusing on the spell, as soon as you see him land, you just kind of close your eyes and you release the spell. Kazir, you no longer feel as light as a feather. You are now feeling your normal weight. And as you are feeling your normal weight hit you once again, Henrik, you are now on top of the shrub grub as well.
One just kind of floated up there. The other had an arduous journey climbing these.
I mean, it's a good thing that I did, because I would have been on there with my crappy roll.
Ironically, this went the opposite. I kind of figured this would be the time you use that spell, but I thought you would use that on Henrik while Kazir just kind of glides up there with his claws.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but Henrik started just climbing, so...
I mean, okay, D&D, you never know.
Hard, okay? Look, Henrik is a prodigy in alchemy.
Determination.
Do I need to make, like, a roll or something on what I'm supposed to be gathering?
Well, Henrik, about to say Henrik's right there, so you can always ask him.
Alright.
Henrik's already looking for the materials he needs. Do we need to, like, roll a check for that?
Yes, so because you're looking for specific things, I would like you to roll a nature check, and if Kazir wants to help you, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah, Kazir will.
Okay. Would it just be nature?
Because of the fact that, well, I mean, technically, well, because you're gathering herbs. You're trying to find specific herbs and specific things for a potion.
It doesn't matter so much. All my intelligence skills are modified with the same.
Exactly. Like, in this particular case, it would be nature because you are going out collecting the samples yourself, rather than just asking a druid to find it for you.
Okay. 23.
All right.
Nice.
So with Kazir's help, you're looking through the various plants on this creature's back, and first things first, as you're on this creature's back, this creature is pretty huge, and it honestly, this little section of like trees and shrubbery and all that stuff, this itself could have been like an entering grove of a forest. Like,
damn,
it's obviously not it's not a forest, but it's almost like kind of like a grove on a creature's back. And as you're kind of investigating, you are finding some specific leaves, some specific what am I thinking of? God damn it. I'll think of it later. But anyways, you're finding specific leaves, specific herbs, and you are finding just specific, there are specific fruits that you're seeing on there that you recognize that are good for making potions. Herma, I will send you some information on what potions you can make with this stuff that your character would know how to make.
Sweet.
Because to explain, I would have to look through all my notes, and I can do that while someone else is talking. But anyways, so I would just mark that you have 8 shrub grub leaves.
Okay.
20 shrub grub herbs.
Damn.
And then you also have in this case it would be about a bushel, so it would be about 8 to 10. I'm gonna say, hold on, I'm gonna roll this actually. You have 10 shrub grub fruits.
Nice.
You got that all written down?
Yeah.
All right. While you're picking all of this stuff, you do notice something a bit peculiar. There are a few. There not just a few. There is a decent amount of mushrooms on this creature's back. You would know, because of your alchemical side of knowledge, shrub grubs don't grow fungus. That's not part of them. They grow like things you would find. You would find things on their back for. You would find things on their back for like trees and various. You can find herbs. Some specific druids would even go so far as to grow specific it's very rarer ingredients on the back of shrub grubs, because of the fact that creatures will typically stay away from it. It's very strange that there would be mushrooms growing on this creature's back.
Okay. Henrik is first of all going to put on some gloves because mushrooms are scary as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what they're going to do to you. And shit, remember real quick, give me like 2 shakes of a rat's ass.
No problem.
I may need 3 because my phone's being slow. And I'm going to assume that Henrik has worked with mushrooms before and he knows what they can do.
Yes, because you've worked with alchemical things before, you would know that mushrooms can be potentially dangerous, not just for being poisonous, but just having hallucinogenic effects. While some can be fun, those are very specific ones that are grown. And even to some people on the black market, spliced specifically for making variant mushrooms for drugs. However, because you're not a druid, you don't know like the specifics of these mushrooms per se. But from an alchemical standpoint, you would definitely know to be cautious when it comes to them.
Okay. So Henrik has his gloves on. He's going to tear off He's going to tear off one sleeve of his shirt, the one on his metal arm.
All right, you tear it off, no problem.
And he's going to make like a makeshift facial mask that goes around the mouth and nose, and tie it around.
All right, so you make kind of a makeshift face mask, and you better say put on gloves, and you start picking some mushrooms. All right.
And I'm going to use my dagger and not going to with my bare hands. Also, I'm going to hold my breath for as long as I can, which is about 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Noted, Blue. Noted. But anyway, so you take some time. You are easily grabbing everything because you're kind of looking over your shoulder, and you're also noticing these mushrooms. You're noticing that Henrik is being extra cautious when it comes to these things. But you watch it takes a little bit of time, you take your time so that you can carefully grab these without actually touching them. And where are you storing these specific mushrooms?
Sorry, I didn't realize it was muted. What I was going to say is Kazir doesn't touch them at all because he doesn't have any equipment, and he knows Henrik is smart, knows what he's doing, and yeah.
Absolutely.
Henrik gets like a good amount of them, he's going to then like just off to the side, take another deep breath, and untie the mask that he has around his head, and then wrap the mushrooms up in that.
All right. And as you uncover your face and you wrap them up, you feel you kind of I need you to roll a con save real fast.
Henrik or me?
Both of you actually in this case,
Shit.
because you are in the vicinity of these mushrooms.
21.
All right. All right.
What is my con? Hold on one moment. +2.
+2.
So 13.
Does a 13 succeed, Winter?
It does not.
Oh no.
Plus genius. 17.
No. I want to see what these do. I want to see what these do.
No, you don't want to see what these do.
Even with Flash of Genius, 17 is not a success.
Oh
Is it
shit.
21 success?
And Kazir, as you watch as Henrik is wrapping up these mushrooms, you feel tickle under your nose, and you just kind of
Needs a bit or
Achoo! And in your head you hear Gesundheit.
said that.
You look around.
Yeah.
Me! I said that!
Me who?
In here!
What was that last part? All I heard was in here.
Yeah.
And it sounded like something. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was just it. Garbage.
It did.
Garbled.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, you heard
Sorry.
in here!
No, I meant there was like an echo that sounded like you said something else after that. But
Yeah,
never mind.
it's coming out of Walf's for some reason.
Because you're like points in his head in here.
Better say, you roll a perception check.
All right, hold on one moment.
Kazir, are you okay?
Oh, 12, right? Yeah, my perception is 6. So yeah.
The voice is in your head, so you actually don't know where this is coming from.
Oh, all right.
So you're unsure of where in here is.
Does Henrik hear the voice do, or does he just hear Kazir ranting at nothing?
You just hear Kazir ranting about nothing.
Kazir, are you okay?
I hear a voice coming from somewhere.
The voice?
Because it's kind of looking around, trying to figure out where it's coming from.
Better say, hold on one second, guys.
Holding. Absolutely not.
What about penis?
Ah. Hooray! Drugs!
Apologies. I was going through one of my books and I found some information about the.
Mark the page.
I found some information about the Snervablin, and I knew I had it. I just
Will
couldn't.
you mark the page?
I won't mark it. Just relax.
Relax.
Also, this is the creature that I was talking about. The one with the Don John inside of it.
One with the like ganja.
Yeah, it's a CR21 challenge.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. I was talking about. I was explaining to Em about a creature known as an astral dreadnought.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're a very specific thing. Yeah, CR is old enough to drink. That is correct.
Yeesh.
It is one of the most dangerous creatures in the game.
Wow.
Hooray.
Yikes.
But
The countdown is done.
hold on one second. Just need to. I need to roll this up real fast.
How much poison damage does he take?
Kazir,
Yeah.
you're feeling kind of strange.
Kazir kind of sits down.
Drugs.
Kazir, come here.
Kazir goes to Henrik, kind of almost crawl. Well, not crawling, but yeah. Never mind.
Before Kazir gets within like 15 feet, like before Kazir gets too close to Henrik, he's gonna like take like a breath in and hold his breath.
All right.
Then pull out his pistol, load in a bullet, shoot Kazir in the head with lesser restoration.
All right. All right. You hit him with the lesser restoration. Because you're still feeling fuzzy.
Ugh. What the hell is this?
Kazir, from going forward at this moment, you have disadvantage on all intelligence checks.
Oh shit!
Nice.
I'm learning. No.
But
The message spell.
But as you guys, you do notice, Henrik, that Kazir seems a little out of it.
Henrik's a smart man. He can infer stuff. He's gonna rip off the other sleeve of his shirt,
All right, you do so.
make another makeshift mask, and tell Kazir to like tie it on tight.
Kazir, I'd like you to roll me an intelligence check to see if you know
All
how
right.
to put this on. With disadvantage.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Disadvantage, Kazir.
What is my intelligence? I'm pretty sure my intelligence is low, but I need to double check just to make sure. Yeah,
Sure.
plus one. Yeah, so that's a total 6.
Kazir, he hands you his sleeve and tells you to put it on, and you put it on as a scarf. It's a nice scarf.
Kazir looks confused as he puts it on. Why did you want me to put this on?
Henrik takes the sleeve off and ties it on like you want.
All right. So you guys fidget for a little bit, and because you're having a hard time, you don't understand. But then once he ties it, you're like, oh, it's a mask. Duh. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Alright.
Come on,
This board, he's
he
gonna
grabs
cast
his ear and then like just jumps off.
All right.
Oh god.
Wait, so you're just jumping off?
Yep.
Okay, blue's ready.
Because even with your intelligence the way it is, even with your intelligence lowered, you do know as a natural instinct, as a tabaxi, you know you could easily just climb down this thing.
Wrong with me? What?
I have to fall.
Oh,
What's wrong with you? I could climb easily.
you just jump.
How much damage do I take from jumping?
So you explained to Kazir you have feather fall, so you guys can just jump.
Yeah, we can't just jump if we want to.
That works.
In the meantime, as you guys are starting to go down,
Sorry, what should I add to my chart to say that I have?
just on the top of your page, just write disadvantage on all intelligence checks.
Alright.
However, as you guys are going down, you do see Garnan's flying cat, and you also see Alosa's flying snake. Which, for you, Henrik, par for the course. Kazir, that's weird looking, man.
Garden is going to attempt to speak through the cat, but end up just talking to Knackle and them. Because he doesn't.
Talking to Knackle and Bimp back in the...
No, he's going to try to speak through the cat, but I know that's not how that works.
I was about to say, It's not the same as a wizard's familiar, and I believe one of the classes you literally could speak through it, but
Yes, I know you can.
but not. Yeah, not. Go ahead. Sorry. But you attempt to, and you start to say words. What are you saying?
What'd you guys find up there?
Bimp, back in the dome, you hear Garnan say, "What did you find? What'd you find? What'd you find out there?" You guys, Kazir and Henrik, you hear nothing.
Cat doesn't meow though.
Yeah, meow.
Meow 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 meow.
Kazir would just start talking to. Garnet, you have no idea what he's saying.
Will that be a
Oh, you would know that as a wizard, because you have a familiar.
Right.
He's seeing through the eyes of his familiar,
Right, I understand
and he's talking as if he can.
Right, I understand that, but would that be a magical effect? You're not familiar with Liam's tiny hut, are you?
Oh, oh yeah.
Spells and other magical effects can extend through the dome or be cast through it.
Oh, then I would say that Garnet would be just outside the dome then.
Yeah, because he can't.
But you. Sorry, Abby was just pointing out a rule when it comes to Bim's tiny hut. As a rule, no spell can be cast from inside of the dome outwards. The dome needs to be dropped. No spell could go through the dome.
Right.
So technically speaking, your ability to, well, this isn't a spell. This isn't
technically a spell.
It's a magical effect.
Right.
Caleb could see through Frumpkin's eyes from inside of Caleb's tiny hut.
Right, that was Caleb.
Yeah, but
And it's my dome.
I know, but in this case, it's a magical effect. It's a familiar. He's not casting a spell. This is a witch class ability. It's kind of like counterspelling lay on hands.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work necessarily. If this was an anti-magic field, I would say that he would not be able to do it whatsoever. But because this is a class feature rather than, because it can't be used offensively. And it's not like, because technically you could cast Scry or Teleportation Circle inside of Liam's tiny hut. Inside of it. But you can't, like, throw a fireball outside of Liam's tiny hut. We will have this debate later. Moving on.
Moving on.
I will say
from the sky.
I will say while they were looking for
so they can't be cast through it.
exactly.
They also can't extend through it. I'm confused.
As you guys about to say, I would say this for Garnet and Alosa, your guys' familiars would have gotten there while they were looking at things, and like looking through things. Well, I would like you to roll me a perception check using Amara's stat.
Oh fuck! I don't have her stats.
You know what the creature is, correct?
Tressum, I believe.
Let me pull it up.
I can. Shit, my mouse is connected to my computer. I can look it up on the phone.
Oof.
Would this be using the monster? What?
Yeah, it would be using the. Here we go, Tressum. They have a perception of +5.
Okay, I rolled a 12, so 17.
17. All right. You are watching as they are picking various herbs and everything. Are you trying to look at the creature, or try to look at the creature, the shrub grub closer? You want to keep an eye on them? What would your care? What would
on them?
just keep an eye on them?
Yeah.
You would notice through the through the Tressum's eyes that Kazir they rounded up some mushrooms on top of this, and after seeing the mushrooms, Kazir sneezed and then started kind of acting a bit loopy. I am gonna roll to see if Jiren would have seen the same thing. Jiren wouldn't actually. Alosa's having a hard time seeing through Jiren's eyes. But I say Jiren probably is interested in the creature itself. But in the meantime, you would notice that Kazir is having a hard time. You don't really know what's going on, but you can see that he's having a hard time. Aw.
Yeah, at all?
Roll, in this case it would be in your brain, so roll me a nature check using Garnan's stats.
Okay, 17.
17?
Again, yeah.
Similar to how... Well, fortunately, the Tressum is keeping his distance. He's not in the same... He's not on the creature. Otherwise, Garnan would have said that he would have had Amaro land. He's just keeping an eye on from the air.
Yep.
So he wouldn't be close enough. However, as I looked at the Tressum, there was an adorable picture of Frumpkin as a Tressum on top of Caleb's head, and I find that very adorable.
Aww.
But I will say that because the Tressum is keeping its distance. Because the Tressum is keeping its distance, it does not have to roll a con save. But you would know that mushrooms are a bit strange.
I still know a bit about it, considering because Strive did have to use shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. You would know that these are unnatural mushrooms. They don't look like something that you've seen grow in nature before. They seem a bit odd. They don't seem to be poisonous. But it's hard to tell since you're looking through the eyes of a cat. You're not actually like seeing it for yourself, per se. But they seem a little unnatural. Like they're growing, like almost as if it's strange for them to grow in this kind of area. Like you would know in a forest, a damp forest floor, mushrooms would grow with no issues. But this doesn't seem like an area that mushrooms would grow. It's a bit weird.
Weird, okay. Noted.
So you got Henrik and Kazir, you guys jump off. And Henrik, are you casting Featherfall?
I'll cast Featherfall and Kazir. I'll go take full damage myself.
Well, I believe Featherfall you cast it on more than one person, right?
Yeah.
No, it's only one person.
Really? I thought...
I believe so.
Yeah. Hold on.
I swear it's got more than one person.
Yeah, I think Featherfall can hit multiple people, even...
I think it's 8, but that could be wrong.
That sounds very wrong.
For Featherfall, at first level, choose up to 5 falling creatures within range.
Oh, 5. Shit. Yeah, I guess both of us.
Alright, you guys jump,
Ugh.
and first level spell, just instantly, you guys are falling as if you were as light as a feather. Blue, you are watching as these two jumped off of this creature, and you're just kind of like, ah! And then all of a sudden you see, you watch as Henrik mutters some words, and now they are falling very, very slowly. They're falling like Flash 100-meter dash in that Pymations cartoon. But yeah, very, very slowly. And eventually, you hit the ground.
Okay.
Alright.
Kazir, how are you feeling?
I don't feel really good. I feel really mental fog.
Your,
Brain fog.
your sight is actually starting to get a little fuzzy.
Oh shit.
Like you're like not enough to hinder you, but it just a little, almost as if like it almost feels like you're blinking more than you think you actually, like you are aware when you blink your eyes. It kind of feels like you're blinking them twice at this point. Like blink,
Yeah, I get what you
and then
mean.
blink, and then you're like, what? Blink?
My eyes are starting to get fuzzy.
I'm watching this entire thing unfold, by the way.
Oh, I'm aware. But I say Jiren has been following behind as well.
He can't hear it though, right? Just making sure.
To my knowledge, hold on. I think it's only sight at low level. Let me double check.
I believe for Find Familiar, which is a spell I do have, I don't know if I need that.
I mean, if you're using the Find Familiar spell, you can hear.
Yes.
Through the witch's natural ability.
I am using Find Familiar spell.
Where's my witch info? I think I set it down somewhere. I'll double check it later. But I would believe at low level at low level you'd be able to hear and see, but you would not be able to. But at higher levels, you can actually feel through your familiar. Like
cool.
Like you can feel the temperature. You can feel.
And is hearing what's going on.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, well, because you're using the Find Familiar spell, yes, you are hearing through the creature as well.
Cool.
And I would say that your perception check is still standing, which with a 17, not too difficult.
Can I roll like a quick medicine check to assess Kazir?
Absolutely, roll a medicine.
I'm gonna help him.
That is a 17.
All right. Because Blue is helping you, I would say you can roll with advantage.
Okay. Still 17.
Okay. You're seeing Blue. You and Blue are noticing that Kazir is having a reaction to something. You have seen on several occasions people dealing with mushrooms and various different herbs before, and they do tend to have some odd effects on people. And you definitely have seen wild mushroom spores do tend to be an issue, and can cause some people side effects, especially if they're allergic to it. So what you're seeing is you think Kazir might be struggling from a allergic reaction, or might be even just having a reaction to whatever this mushroom is.
Someone can have them?
Which, Blue, you don't necessarily know what's going on. You're just noticed that Kazir is having a weird reaction to something.
Okay, Kazir, can you tell which parts of your body are bothering you the most?
Just my head and eyes.
Goodness, so...
Wait,
would that just take...
Winter.
Sorry.
Hold on. Winter, would this have counted as a poison?
You, as far as you can tell, not necessarily. You could certainly.
No. Remember, Kazir has a poison-resistant amulet.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is actually not a poison.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh.
This is something a bit different.
Okay. Just checking to see if that amulet would have helped or not.
Oh, no problem. I double checked to make sure that well, if you want, I could let me just double check that. I am about 90% confident it is not, but I will double check just to be on the safe side.
I know.
Just found out.
That would suck to deal with this part, just to have dealt not. Yeah.
It is not a poison.
Oh, good.
Okay.
But
Best to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Kazir,
Let's see what.
Oh, what's up?
Henrik looks at the flying familiars, and he says to them, "Lead Kazir back to wherever you're holed up at. I'll get work on a cure, or try to."
Jiren,
Okay, this is gonna go badly.
Jiren just kind of gives you a side glance.
Kazir has something wrong with him. I want you to give him an ankle so we can check up on him. You got that, boy?
Jiren, yeah, you roll a persuasion check. You're talking to a snake.
3?
You see the snake give you the dead eyes.
Jiren, if you take Kazir back, I'll give you a snack.
Jiren gives you a side glance as well, but you're not talking down to him. So he is. So you watch as Jiren wraps his tail around Kazir's arm and starts flying him in a direction. Like he's not like picking Kazir up. He's just wrapped around Kazir's arm and flying. Yeah, kind of dragging.
Leading. That's a good word for it. Leading it.
Kazir, someone's leading you.
Kazir follows. Do I have to roll to see if I should follow, or
no?
Because he's not smart.
I would say, you know what? This would be entertaining. Roll an intelligence check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Okay.
So 10,
Okay,
9.
That's not a bad roll.
I would
too bad.
I would say because you're with again not really using his brain, but kind of letting his feral side take over. You're intelligent enough that this creature isn't trying to hurt you, so you are letting it lead you for now.
Don't bite the snake.
The snake will bite back, and witches' familiars actually have a lot more HP than you think.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
But as I'm about to say, it doesn't take too long for Kazir to be led back to the party. Which, at that point, Jiren would have led Kazir directly to Knuckle and Bimp, who are inside of Bimp's hut.
Yep.
You guys watch as Jiren, the flying snake, leads Kazir into the hut, and you see Kazir is walking kind of groggily. And it's at that point that Jiren's eyes kind of glaze over and turn back, and the snake eyes no longer have like a hint of something in them. And you watch as Alosa steps in and goes and explains the situation. That because something's up with
Henrik would have been following him back.
Henrik would have followed back.
Yes.
Okay.
And as soon as we get back, Hank's gonna set up his alchemy supplies and try to make some sort of cure using the mushrooms he got.
Okay, you are not in your laboratory, so this will be a bit difficult, and you also kind of need to address what exactly these mushrooms do.
Yeah, so test to know what the mushrooms do, then try to reverse engineer the antidote.
This is a tall order because of the fact that you're not in your laboratory.
I will help him.
Which, I mean, for Baloo that would help, but you also aren't exactly the most knowledgeable in potion making, so this will be.
No, but I'm good at encouraging people.
Gonna give him some inspiration.
I'm gonna give him bark inspiration and enhance ability intelligence.
Nice.
All right. I want you to mark those spells, that spell off your list, and mark off a point of inspiration. For Bimp, Alosa will explain to you what happened, and will explain that, like, she doesn't know the full details. She would probably turn to Henrik to explain the full details of what happened. which I would assume just kind of broken down to these mushrooms had an adverse effect on Kazir.
Yes.
And Henrik is unsure necessarily of what is going on.
Mushrooms are scary. That's why I was so cautious.
Mushrooms do be scary. But I say, Knackle is gonna kind of keep an eye on you. And so is Bimp. Probably going to study you just a little bit, I assume.
Cool.
That's correct.
I apologize. I change the weather. But, like Zoink Scoob.
Wow, man.
However, about an hour passes, and for you, Henrik, I want you to roll a tinkering check.
Tinkering check.
Tinker's tools, or
Yeah, this would be a tinkering check. In this particular case, would be your alchemy supplies, and
You
which
get advantage.
and you do get advantage because this is intelligence,
And a bardic inspiration.
and you do have a bardic inspiration point.
Friendly neighborhood.
28.
28.
28.
You're taking some time and kind of dissecting the. You're a little ways away from the party. You wanted to make sure you had your distance. You kind of slice open the mushroom with some of your tools, and you're kind of looking at the inside. This is different than anything you've ever seen before.
Ooh, that's a bad side.
These are some weird effects. You're kind of looking at the inside of these mushrooms, and you're now questioning how these mushrooms grew. These aren't natural. And actually, as you're looking more into it, you are seeing droplets of red. Which, upon using some of your tools to inspect it, that's blood.
The what now?
But it has a tint of black in it.
Ah!
Now, just one question: does 28 succeed?
As you are working with this and you are looking through this, this is not something the realm of science can actually take care of.
Hell.
You would know that this is beyond what your alchemical tools will create.
Aha!
It's
Knackle, need your help.
in this time, while you are studying this mushroom, because this does take some time. You're not going to find this all out in 5 minutes. Kazir, you hear that voice in your head again. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on a moment. Oh, wrong thing. Wait. Oh no, intelligence is. Yeah.
This is wisdom, fortunately.
Yeah. So my brain went. Wait. Yeah, never mind. You know what I mean. Anyway, continue, please.
I'm gonna say, so that's a 14, and what's your wisdom bonus?
Isn't with my wisdom, I think. Oh nope, 0.
You start.
Flash Genius, 18.
You start to lose yourself a bit. You kind of blink, and it's almost as if you went to bed. Bimp, Knackle, you guys watch as Kazir stands up all of a sudden.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's inside of there. He's inside of the hut, and you guys watch as Kazir bolts and runs out of the dome, and is running in. Actually, I'm gonna roll for this. Which direction you're going?
Oh no.
You are running. You are running. Even with Flash of Genius, that's still a fail.
18 fails?
Yeah, 18 fails.
Jesus.
This is a very specific thing, and a DC 18 is not. It is not DC 18.
Damn.
Jesus.
But he is running north. Henrik and Blue, as you guys are working on like studying this mushroom and like just realizing some of what this could be, Kazir is running, and because of the fact that you're not in control, Kazir, you're using your tabaxi ability to run even faster.
Oh no. Which means no one's catching up.
Henrik doesn't care. He's just gonna keep on working.
Better say,
Helpful.
but yeah, Garnan, Alosa, all of them, and Blue, you watch as Kazir is booking it, like running, as if something is chasing him. Full speed, action dash, bonus action dash, Tabax's ability to run even faster.
Layla, fetch.
I suppose he has somewhere to go.
Belray,
Were
Huh.
you not paying attention, Belwraith?
Belray just puts down
Out
his
of character, not at all.
Belray puts down his newspaper. Shh. Huh, that's strange. Pulls the newspaper back up.
His ear got infected with some sort of mind disease.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe y'all should go get after him. Yeah,
Garnet
stay with
just
me.
sent Layla after him, so
Layla runs after him, and can go about. Layla is a. Hold on, I gotta pull up Direwolf stats. I believe they can go 40, so Layla per turn can go 80. But
Does anyone have haste?
actually, I
I
think.
believe that does, right?
But Bimp also has a concentration spell up at the moment.
Oh, right, that's nice.
You can
But-
drop it.
Is it concentration?
It's
Yes.
I have
Liam
I
saying
have the reverse. I have slow.
it's a
I
ritual
could
spell,
use
but is
that.
it concentration?
It doesn't say.
No, it's not concentration.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's
Sure.
not. Yes.
It's
But
not.
how
Yeah,
does it
you-
say
But
it?
I doubt you can concentrate on a spell for 8 hours when you're not asleep with it.
Yeah.
I step out of the hut
A
and
10-foot
cast
radius
slow.
immobile dome of
You absolutely could.
caves.
Yeah, I'm gonna
should-
step out of the hut and cast slow on Kazir. I believe it's Kazir who's running, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I just sorry for interrupting, but just a little reminder. I have the mobile feat, which increases your speed by 10.
Oh, oh shit. So you're
280.
40, 80, 120, and then your Tabaxi ability allows you to run an extra 40 feet?
40.
So you
Um,
you just ran 160 feet in a single round.
He's so speedy.
Okay, so if it's a single round, then I could run. If I take an action, not. an
What's
action,
the
then
range of
I
slow?
get- It's 120 feet.
If you moved up, because you were at the rim of the dome, if you moved out 30 feet, you would literally just barely be on the cusp of casting slow on him.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll put him in the, like it's a 40-foot cube, so I'll put him in the first 5 feet, and in front of him is 35 feet. If that makes sense.
Nope, it absolutely makes sense. What
Okay.
kind of saving throw is this?
It's a wisdom, 14 DC.
Oh,
All right,
dang.
Kazir, roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Blue goes to Bimp. The question still going.
Wait, that's a good
Does
thing.
anyone have haste?
Blue wants.
Blue can keep up.
Blue wants to know if you have haste prepared for the day.
I don't have haste.
You don't have haste?
I don't have
Who had haste? I know someone.
Let me-
So,
Haste is
Honest
not a
before.
spell I have.
Thought about taking haste, but instead I
I
took
think
slow.
Alosa had.
let
Does
me
Alosa have haste?
let me double check our spells.
I think Alosta hasted Guardian in the fight with
Because
the.
someone has haste. I know that for a fact. I just don't know who.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Alosa.
Hold
Because
on.
I've tasted before.
I have to double check her spells. This.
Yeah, see, I'm an evocation wizard. Haste is a transmutation.
Oh, that would
spell.
make sense. Yeah. Hold on. It's gonna take me a sec. I gotta look this. So if you guys want to chat for a sec.
Yeah, this
Blue-
fungus is gonna
No,
kill
how's
Kazir
life?
a
How
bit.
big of an? I'm curious how big of a nerf it'll be, because it's going to half its It's going to half his action
Half speed
or
is
half
the hell of a
movement. That's already huge. Halving his movement speed is already pretty huge. It's
Honestly,
also
if we're
going-
in a fight, slow is really good. It reduces their AC and damage.
It's so
It's
Uh,
literally
it-
the opposite.
It also takes away an action or bonus action, so we can only use one or the other.
Oh, if it.
So it
Nice.
takes away multi.
Yeah.
Been helpful in a lot of different fights.
She, looking at Alosa's spells after updates, and also looking at her current stuff, her past stuff.
Do they get haste?
He's still probably gonna make it out in one movement, but
Crazy. Do you need haste?
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if she has it.
If you don't have it, I have
Someone has haste for sure. I know it for a fact. I just don't know who.
Not
spells.
seeing.
Is it you, Henrik?
No, I don't have 3 level spells yet. I'm a half caster.
Oh, right. Duh.
Nako can cast Liam's Tiny Hood. Nako can also cast Tongues.
Who is it that has haste? I know someone does.
It.
I
I'm
thought
pretty sure it
about
was a-
taking haste, but I always take haste or slow, and I took slow.
Here's the card. If you want the card.
Why not both?
Let me just take a look at this.
I don't take both because I'm pretty sure they're both concentration, and
Yes, they are.
They are,
it's
but good.
it's
To
a
my
thing
knowledge,
of
nobody that has this spell.
would I rather affect my enemies with this character or buff my allies, and with Belwraith he's more aggressive.
Let me just take a quick look at. Let's see what the range is on this. Just to say, I'm gonna put this out there. No, Alosa, even with her old spell stuff, does not know the spell haste. And with her update, she absolutely does not know haste.
Dang.
Because damn, Alosa had an idea, but because of how fast Kazira is, you're out of range for the spell. Let me take a look to see if she has anything
Who
else.
is it that had haste then? 'Cause I have
You're
had haste.
thinking of a different campaign?
No? Couldn't be. Because Voltoon never got hasted, really.
Nope. Alosa does not have anything. Let me take a
Oh
look.
no,
Okay, well, I
I
guess I
always
don't
keep
So, Kazira is slowed at the moment.
maybe it's Kazir who has haste.
No,
Nope.
he's a rogue. He ain't gonna have it.
Obviously, Kazir has haste, because look how fast he's going.
Yeah. Oh god, could you imagine how fast it could go with haste?
But as you're running, Kazir, you hear a voice in your head.
Layla is still catching up to him, right?
Yes, she is going 80 feet per round, but that's only half the speed of Kazir.
Okay.
She's fast. A normal person could not catch her. A normal person could not get away from Layla. But Kazir is also a very special case, especially since he took the mobile feat.
Yeah, he's the fastest cat on Earth, practically.
I will say, Kazir, you do hear a voice in your head.
Alright.
You hear, your friends are trying to stop you. That's not very nice of them. How about we should get away? But if they get too close, you so watch as your hand lifts up your adamantine dagger.
Oh no. This is gonna be a
I
fight.
love this mushroom so much.
Alright. Blue's gonna use his 90 feet of movement to head towards him.
Not Garman turning in the party. I'm so proud of myself.
God no. Oh no.
Yeah. Blue's gonna start using his 90 feet of movement to
Okay.
approach.
All right, 90 feet. You are now 90 feet out. Kazir is still 70 feet, about 40, 80, 120, about 70 feet away from you. But does Garnan want to do anything, or does Garnan want to keep his distance, or?
He is. He's going to have his familiar fly.
Okay.
And try to catch up to Layla and sit on Layla so he can keep a view on what's happening.
Sounds good. Amara has I believe a flying speed of. I believe that's. Hold on, actually, that's something worth double checking. I actually don't know what the fly speed of your cat is.
It could be changed because of the fact that I'm not actually. Well, she also has the blink, so remember that.
That is true. That is true. Hold on. Let me just double check this.
It says fly is 40 feet, but I also have the blink, which is another 40
Well,
feet.
with fly of 40, you can easily keep up with Layla, no problem. If you wanted to have her use her blink ability, let me double check the blink ability. Use the bear trap. Wow.
This is how Kazir loses his tail, isn't it?
Using the bear trap.
But I will say, because Blue is ahead of you. Ahead of you.
Blue, it's time we use my item.
Yeah, it would go after Blue.
It would attack Blue, not Kazir. What? Why?
It would attack the near. It would technically attack the nearest humanoid, but
it attacks the nearest humanoid.
Yeah, it attacks the nearest humanoid. That isn't the user.
We are all much closer than Kazir.
Yeah, Kazir's 120 feet away, I think. Winter said.
It's like 160.
160 feet. Yeah.
Amara could blink up to 40 feet, but it is an action to use its teleport ability.
It's an action to activate it, so you have to activate it within your hands, Tiny.
Wait, so.
Okay, basically, let me explain how
it's an action 40 blink, or an action 40 fly.
Exactly.
There's no difference.
But the useful thing about Blink is Blink can go through like windows, and Blink can also go across streams without having to make checks.
So Blink does a provoke opportunity.
Yeah, Blink
on top of Layla.
Oh, not a problem. It goes 40 feet and then and appears on top of Layla. Layla looks confused, but recognizes it's Amara, so it's fine. No fighting!
Pardon me.
Alright. About to say... Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh, I did not realize it was like that.
Ow! Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah. I just looked up the details from my...
Hi.
I did look up the details for my bear trap. The bear trap will the human bear trap will go in the direction that you launch it in. However, like I said, it does attack because it's a bounty hunter's item. It will attack the nearest humanoid because it's meant to be something used when you're either trying to trap someone or you're chasing someone. But if you are slower and one of your party members runs in front of you and you release the bear trap, the human bear trap, it will attack the nearest humanoid that isn't you in the direction that you point it. It won't just turn around and attack. It won't just turn around and attack. If you moved up the same speed as Blue and then you used it, it wouldn't just go sideways and attack Blue. If you aimed it in the direction of Kazir.
Right.
Yeah. So you're saying we could throw it?
You technically could throw it, but you would need to. It would need to be a really good check, considering the fact that Blue could go 90 feet.
Would it be a strength check or dexterity?
It would be to chuck it. It would be a strength check.
All right, I got +2.
We're real angry, and he's gonna chuck his bear trap.
You can easily go at level. You are if I remember correctly, you are a level 6 barbarian.
Yeah.
Would you get your 40 feet of movement at that point, or is that a higher level barbarian?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Okay, so you would be able to go 40 feet, and then you could attempt to chuck it, but you would also have to throw it. It would have to be a really good throw to get it past blue.
Well, I'm raging.
All right.
I'm going
So
to go 40
advantage.
feet. So I get advantage on this throw. I need to check the plus to hit real quick.
All right.
It is a +8. Damn.
Yep, it is a dangerous item that you got off. It's a dangerous item that you got off of a fucking astral bounty hunter, essentially.
Okay, don't fuck me. That was cocked as hell. Okay. 19.
Okay, 19.
19.
But say, I would say as you. Oh, I'm gonna check something real fast.
I rolled an 11 and a 2. So.
Yep.
Oh.
As you chuck it, blue,
Oh no.
Hi.
right next to you, you hear a cha-ching, and then all of a sudden you hear a as the bear trap starts to kind of go off on its own, and you watch as it just whoosh starts to go towards the direction of Kazir.
You prick. He's just gonna get his tail bitten off, isn't he?
Yes.
About to say, it is still 70 feet behind Kazir. I don't think I ever kept track of a speed for this thing.
You did not.
Oh.
It would have to be a pretty decent speed. Oh, how to say, what would it be in this case?
Hunter, you said this area was mostly plains, right?
Yes.
So Henry can still like kind of see Kazir if you just poke his head out the dome.
Oh, absolutely. You can see him off in the distance. Like you guys are near
Kazir-
you guys are near some trees, but you're not like anywhere near that would be.
I will say you can run, but you cannot hide. I have 800 feet of rifle range.
God.
The light shot is a very good gun. There's a reason why it's considered a rare artifact.
Yeah, but you're gonna shoot him.
You're welcome for that, by the way. I'm the reason you have that.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
but-
Looking at my notes for the Astro Stalker, the human bear trap has the same movement as mobile,
Which is...
so it can go 40 feet per round. In this case, it can dash and go 80. It can catch up to him right now.
going to.
Grab him.
It's going to attempt to bite. It is going to attempt to bite. Better say so, Garnet, if you would like to roll.
Alright. That would be 26 to hit.
Yeah, that. Better say I don't even need to ask Stray for Kazir's armor class. That hits.
Well,
Well, no, last I remember, Kazir's armor class is like, what, 28, 29?
Obviously.
oh, yeah.
Take 16 piercing damage, and you are now grappled.
Ouch!
Make a save for grappled, right?
Yes.
When it comes
Alright,
to his
hold on
turn.
one moment. Oh, yeah.
Do I have to roll this?
In this case, you are well because it hit. It automatically grapples.
So yeah, you take 16 piercing damage, and you are now grappled, as well as slowed.
Yes.
So-
So,
Yeah.
well, because you are grappled, your speed is considered 0
Oh.
until you escape.
Yeah.
Didn't
Which
my
means
slow
Blue can
not
catch up.
hit?
No, you're slow hit. It just you as you explained it. You explained to have put it right the slow square, literally right in front of Kazir as he stepped into it. So he is literally at the edge of it, so it would not slow down the human bear trap. So it did hit.
Yeah, no.
So if he tried to run right
Oh.
now, he would not. He would be slowed, like his speed is cut in half. But because he is grappled, until Kazir breaks free from the grapple, he is stuck.
It's cut in half again, too.
Exactly.
I love this thing. It's so great.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's our.
All right.
It's our attack dog. Can we rename the bear trap to the attack dog?
No.
I mean, technically, if you guys wanted to name it, you could.
I have an actual attack dog. Why would you do that?
Sven.
Anyways,
But, Kazir, as you are now trapped and you are stuck, your something in your head starts to talk again. Now, we can't have this. We need to get away. Don't worry, pal. I have a trick for you. And you guys watch as Kazir kind of looks towards you guys. The blank stare starts to kind of change a little bit as you see black ichor fill up one of the eyes.
oh no!
Fuck.
And you watch as Kazir starts to mutter some words. And you guys watch as Kazir just blinks. As Kazir, you have now cast Dimension Door.
Are you kidding me?
This is a very
Sven.
Yep.
He's gone.
But because how Dimension Door works is that you literally disappear, and because even though it is considered a magical item, Dimension Door teleports the caster. So which means that unless the bear trap caused anti-magic, which it does not, the Astral Stalker has a different ability to stop people from teleporting away. So it would not need the... But,
oh, shit.
you guys watch as Kazir vanishes.
Hey, Winter.
Yes?
You know,
A bit of Dimension Door.
you know the special thing about the bear trap that you said?
Be right back.
Yes?
Even if its target goes away, it'll keep following it.
Spells do keep following it, indeed. About to say, so...
I still have locate creature. I could track him.
I'm okay.
No, he has COVID. Crippling COVID.
Ugh. But... So you guys now watch it as Kazir is vanished.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm gonna cast, alright, locate creature.
What is the range of locate creature?
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet? Actually, would that work? Because what did that be? What locate creature counts for humanoids, correct?
Yes.
Or is that just strictly creature?
No.
Humanoids are
The
creatures.
nearest creature of a specific kind.
Make a tabaxi.
I mean, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I would count that.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
You're dying.
I would count that.
Yeah.
Tabaxi named Kazir.
Belwraith, you kind of...
Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you.
Okay, that would make sense. So, Belwraith, as you concentrate, you drop your slow to cast the locate creature. And as you kind of blink, you can sense a creature that matches the description. Another two. It is. I gotta look up the range of
500 feet.
500 feet. He is from your location. Oh, I gotta do the math. He is roughly 620 feet away from you, going north. You cannot see him.
Shit.
He has now reached the forested areas.
He's gonna grab a horse and chase. Saying, like, as he does, 620 feet north, and then just grab a horse and give chase.
Okay.
Blue starts running forward 90 feet, reaches underneath his... He starts running forward, reaches underneath his cloak, and rips out a badge, throwing it forward, and jumps on top of the badge as he pulls out, fighting for the badge.
All right. So you guys watch as once again Blue reaches underneath his cloak. You hear a ripping sound as he throws it forward, and you watch as a horse appears, already with a saddle and ready to go.
Jumps on and bolts.
Better say, one of the best purchases you've ever made.
Yep, definitely. Because Kazir would be gone if it weren't for that right now.
Which, so you guys are chasing. Henrik, are you just staying put, working on your stuff, or are you giving chase?
Did Knackle chase with them?
Knackle is behind. He cannot keep up with that. He would need he would need a horse in order to go.
Garnet is chasing. Layla and Amara are both chasing. Yeah.
Yeah, if they ran, it would take them quite some time to keep up with the party.
Working on it.
Knackle, come here and eat your assistant with this mushroom shit.
Absolutely. I will help any way I can.
I need someone without a brain to do this.
So I've been dissecting this mushroom, man. There's bits of like human blood and that black ichor shit, so might be some abyssal shit we're going with right now.
Damn it.
I see.
He's been in
That would make this quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Let me assist you as he starts to look at the mushroom and starts taking in. He touches the mushroom because he doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, he can't get infected by anything.
Kazir can't be infected. Not Kazir. Knackle can't be infected with anything. He can't catch anything. He's immune to charm. He doesn't have to sleep. He literally is the only thing he is literally the only thing in this world that causes problems for the Abyssal.
Exactly. That's why I love having him on my side.
Hey.
Which,
Winter.
yes?
Hold on, just say what you were gonna.
I was gonna say, Kazir, now that you're away, you're in a bit of a forested area. That voice in your head pops in. Your friends can be very dangerous. We should hide.
Oh god, no, that's Kazir's best skill.
Kazir, I would like you to bonus action hide in this forest.
Roll for it.
Roll for it. Natural 20! So what's your total?
Oh, I don't. Oh, let me double
This guy was
check.
29.
30.
Locate
30?
creature is still up, and it does not care.
It's
Yep.
30.
You are correct. You better say you would know, Belwraith. You would always
3
know.
plus 9.
29. All right, Belwraith. You would always know where he is, but that doesn't mean the rest of the party knows where he is.
Yeah, you'd have to be with everyone to tell them where he went.
I mean,
Well-
he's probably going to be there first.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's a good point. That's a good point.
But he is obscured from view, so he's not easily picked out from the group.
Fuck you, Lavray. You bastard have thought.
Hey, Winter.
Yes.
I'd like to cast Sending.
Sending. All right.
Sending on Kazir.
Oh, and what do you say?
Hold on. Don't leave me. But like the others. You can fight through whatever the heck this is going on. Just don't leave me.
Almost instantly, you hear a reply in your head go, "Ding dong! Sorry, the vine you're trying to reach right now is unavailable. You could try your sending spell again later."
Wait, really? God, no. Oh. Fuck.
Because currently at this moment, Kazir is possessed.
Ah.
Hooray!
Casey,
Yes.
Funny.
Okay.
what is
Oh,
possessed
fuck.
by?
Blue's riding into the night.
Mushrooms, to your knowledge.
I hate mushrooms.
If you can give me a
What is
logical
that?
explanation of how
What
Brent
is
would
the
know.
lord that has mushrooms? Don't remember.
I wasn't asking as Bib.
Oh, you're asking as Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just a dungeon master. I don't know anything.
Tiny.
Huh?
What is that abyssal lord that does shit with mushrooms?
Zugget Moy. I said at the beginning of the thing, when I told Guardian about this, I thought Zugget was in control.
Oh god.
I was right.
Mute it.
I don't like this at all. This is
I'm having a great time.
No, this is fun. This is fun. It's just knowing that this could be the end of Kazir if it goes sour.
So,
Yeah.
as the party is taking its time trying to catch up with Kazir, you're
Belwraith and Blue are moving 120 feet.
Stray, I'd like you to join chat 2 with me.
Bye!
Bye. Hopefully I won't.
Hi, Stray. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. So, how's your day?
It's good. It's a good day. How about yours?
It's going all right. It could be better. Could be worse. You have a mushroom in your head.
Yeah.
Curiosity.
An even spore.
Kazir, that fuzziness has kind of overtaken you, and you are now standing in a field of fungi.
Oh shit.
As far as the eye can see, you see mushrooms, small mushrooms, large mushrooms, ginormous mushrooms, mushrooms of sizes you've never seen before. Nothing but fungus as far as you can see. What do you do?
Kazir looks around confused and unsure. Where the hell am I and what happened? He asks himself, kind of seeing that there's no one else around. Looking kind of worried.
I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Alright. Come on, that 20. 10. Hold on, let me double check my perception. I'm pretty sure it's 6. Yeah, perception is 6. So, 16 in total.
16 in total? Alright.
Yeah.
As you're looking around, you don't really see an end to all this fungus. Just shades upon shades of various different fuzzy mushrooms. But as you're looking, you do see what looks like a path in front of you.
Kazir reluctantly goes down the path.
As you're walking, you see... Actually, I have this written down.
Oh.
You start walking down, and you see mushrooms of various colors. You walk, and you walk, and you walk. At first it feels like a few minutes, then it feels like a few hours. Until finally, you see a giant, what you can only assume is kind of a palace. But it's made of fungus. The mushrooms are a color of pale yellow and a rancid brown. And you see a bridge that seemed to go through, go forward into the castle.
Oh god. Can I roll an intelligence check to see if it seems like a good idea to go into the palace?
Yes, and you not with disadvantage because you are in your own head essentially.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yes.
Natural 20. You would know as you're looking around. You don't exactly know where you're supposed to go. And you could wander aimlessly around, but you're not sure exactly where you're supposed to go.
Oh, damn.
So, I mean, you could go somewhere else.
But the palace seems like the best bet.
Exactly. It seems like the best bet if you want to go somewhere.
Alright. Kazir reluctantly and kind of cautiously and goes into the palace. Or goes to the doors if they're closed and not if the doors are closed. Or if it even has doors, I should say.
There doesn't seem to be a door as you are walking forward. And as you do, and you see the darkness approach, as you you watch as the darkness approaches from inside of this castle. And suddenly you hear a voice. A new person enters my domain.
That's never
Welcome.
Kazir shivers a bit.
Welcome, my child. Don't be scared. You have accepted my gift.
Kazir says, "Gift? What do you mean?" In a kind of cautious tone.
You look into the darkness, and this is what you see.
Oh shit. Thanks for that, nightmare fuel.
As you see a woman covered in moss and fungus coming out of the darkness of the palace, looking directly at you. Why, the fungus, of course. This is my domain, after all. You are inside. You are inside my palace of Shadak Law.
Does Kazir know what that is?
Roll a religion check.
Alright. 15, and I think my religion is 0, but I will double check. Oh, +1. So 16.
You would know that Shadak Law is... Freaking cough, always at the worst times. But I say, you would know that Shadak Law is the realm of Zucket Moy, the Abyssal Lord.
Oh, hell.
And as you're looking this creature in the eyes, you know what she or he is. You are in the presence of Zucket Moy herself. You have taken my spores in your body. You are among my blessed. Are you not happy with this gift?
Oh god. Kazir in a unsure I don't have a clue what Kazir should say or think. I'm sorry. This just happened real quick and it's... Wow. Holy shit. Kazir timidly goes... No, I don't know what Kazir should say or think. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But it's okay to be overwhelmed.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what to say because Kazir is like oh shit, this is Abyssal Lord. He doesn't want to make deals with them, but he doesn't want to get zapped for saying, fuck you, let me go away.
You
'cause
hear?
you're-
Go ahead.
oh, what's,
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
his ears reluctantly, like, I would rather be myself than anything, is what he tries to say. But it,
You would rather be made of flesh, meant to die, and eventually be a part of this realm. As you see her, she just moves her hand, and you watch as the realm's mushrooms change colors at her whim. You would eventually be a part of all of this. Is this not what you would want? You could escape death, escape fear. You could be more than what you are.
Azir takes a deep breath as he thinks, and then responds, I am a loving, caring husband who is fighting to save his wife. That is what I am. I do not care about anything else.
You wish to go back to that world wretched that is here. You would rather escape a paradise than to continue to live in that world that's dying.
Azir takes another deep breath and with a lot of resolve and now almost a complete change in expression. That's with a complete change of expression. He's like, yes, because my life would not be worth living. Even if it meant living for 1,000,000 years, it would not be worth anything without the people I care about.
You watch as her expression, poised, dark, looking down at you. Roll a persuasion check.
Oh. Hold on, let me double check my persuasion just to make sure. +4, so yeah, that's so that's 13, 23.
She moves some fingers, and you watch as the fungus starts to go up your legs, up to your back and your stomach. Mushrooms of various kind, moss and fungi, and as it gets up to your neck, it stops. She gets up to you, lowers her head. She is face to face with you. You can smell just mold. It's the smell of rot off of her body. So be it. Return to your world. But you will join me soon enough. Everyone does. And you watch as the fungus starts to go up the back of your head, over the top, starts to go down your face. You can see the fuzzy mold go over your body, and eventually goes over your eyes. And suddenly, you're back.
Uh-huh.
You're back. You're in a forest. You don't understand why you're here.
His ear relaxes a little bit as he kind of looks around trying to figure out where he is now and comes out of hiding, definitely.
I am going to be openly honest with you. You beat her by literally 2 points. If you would have rolled any lower on that persuasion check.
That's pretty damn close.
I also practiced that voice for a very long time.
I could kind of tell. It's a pretty good voice.
Thank you. It's I literally was trying to jot down her personality and everything. That took forever to be able to manipulate my voice to on its own.
That freaked the hell out of me. I swear it was Kazir's in.
Hey, look on the bright side. All you did was disagree with an Abyssal Lord.
Yeah, true.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Shall we rejoin the party?
Yes, we shall.
We turned Kazir into a pickle.
Welcome back.
Alright, so since we're for the war on drugs, here's our plan. Alright, so we'll catch up to Kazir.
Hey, don't
We'll
tell
slap
him the
on
plan.
manacles.
Don't tell me.
That's
Gotta
an
make
idea.
sure
We
it's right.
Gotta say, Riku, welcome to the chat. Thank you very much. That voice actually took me a lot of practice.
And he's gonna ruin.
Yeah, but
Don't say anything.
can't.
So,
Don't say anything.
as you
It's
guys
all peaches and rainbows and drugs.
If you guys
Henrik.
listen,
Shut up.
as you guys enter the forest, where you know Kazir is, Belwraith, you know exactly where to go to find him. Kazir, as you're kind of coming back to yourself, you look down and you see yourself in a near perfect ambush location. You look down and you see your adamantine dagger at your side. As you look at your arm, you do see some fungus has grown on your arm.
oh shit.
Irrelevant, stick with the plan.
Does Kazir have control over that arm? Just checking, or is it like?
As far as you can tell, you kind of move your body. Everything seems to be under your control at the moment.
He sheathed his dagger quickly.
You sheath it, no problem.
Alright. Now whoever else has anything to do, they can do it.
Belwraith and Blue, you guys ride your horses into a clearing. And Belwraith, immediately, you just look up at a tree. And you could tell, behind that tree, you can see, you can not see, but you can feel Kazir's presence right there.
You can feel him.
Tree, and then I call out the compass bearings. And I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him.
Okay, Kazir, I need you to roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Alright. With advantage? I mean, without disadvantage?
It would be straight roll. You're
Okay. Just making sure the disadvantage thing is gone.
sounds good,
C is
Riku. Good seeing you,
14.
man. But I say talk to you later. Have a good night's sleep.
16.
Ugh.
16.
That's going off the rails. Guys, improvise.
But I say, Kazir,
Hold Person again.
Kazir, you feel a magical presence try to lock up your muscles and everything, but you just kind of muscle through, and you just it does not latch on you. You can move your muscles.
Feel. Because he climbs down out to the tree.
All right. Roll an acrobatics check.
Alright. Watch it to that one this time. Okay, cool.
But I say acrobatics. What would that be? Like a 17?
Let me double check. Acro is
You do have proficiency.
my brain not
So,
working
yes.
right now.
17.
17? All right. Yeah, no. Easy. You do a front flip as you go down, too. Just for posture. And that's perfect 3-point landing. And Belwraith and Blue, as you watch Kazir land, you don't even need to roll a perception check. You can see some fungus, pale yellow and rotting brown, growing up his right arm.
This is what drugs do to you kids. I'm gonna cast blindness.
No!
Well,
It's
to be fair, because you've only used your movement, you still have your action and your bonus action if you want to do something.
Yeah, that was more of a joke. If you want to do a thing, go for it.
Kazir, come here.
Kazir willingly comes near.
Blue
What?
gets up.
Ah, he
Yeah.
says that out loud.
Did you hear what I said to you at all?
No, I didn't. Yeah, no, I did not.
So he didn't hear the sending spell.
But I did.
Wait, it's the voice actually there?
Oh, you can still hear something in your head.
Ah, shit.
Right. Will you come back to camp without running off again?
I think so, he says, kind of unsure. I still hear that voice in my head, he says, with a groan.
Welcome to the club.
Until we return back home, I will always be in your head.
Oh, fuck. He says that out loud.
Kazir, hold your hands out. For me.
What?
Just hold them out.
Kazir
Hold them
holds his
palms
hand.
out, pressed together.
He does as he's told.
So, Winter,
Yes?
I assume because you only said Blue and Bellwraith, Garnan just got lost along the way.
I would say Garnan is behind. You're coming up. Like, you're literally right behind them. But
So, yeah.
You move 80 feet, they move 120.
Okay, well, Garnan is readying himself to throw the bear trap again.
I would say as Kazir is getting clamped, at that point, Garnan, you would be getting into the clearing where you see everyone, but you do see Kazir is cooperating.
Blue reaches into his bag of Blue reaches into his bag and pulls out manacles, putting them on him.
Alright, Kazir, do you resist?
He reluctantly allows it.
Alright.
Thank you.
He is wearing
Are we
manacles.
still doing the? Are we still doing
This
the
will-
like leg breaking or?
This,
Yeah,
this will
cancel.
make it so you don't teleport away again.
The
Remember those
magical
man-
chains.
Yes.
Are these
Yeah.
the chains from the back of
Magic.
Yep, from the Yanti's the back of the
Yeah.
Yanti's caravan.
Anti-magic manacles.
Yeah, Garnan, you are walking. You're holding the man bear trap, and you do see that Kazir is wearing chains that glow you watch as they are locked.
True
You-
precaution! I'm throwing them anyways!
Okay, you throw it. About to say, let's see here. I'm gonna roll to see who it's gonna go after.
I'm going to prepare speak with dead so I can ask him how that felt.
I was about to say, I'm gonna roll a d6 to determine who it's gonna hit because you just threw it in a direction. And it's like
50-50 upon all of us.
you're about to say, knowing Blue's luck, it's gonna be him.
It's gonna hit him. Will you?
There's also a chance for the horses as well.
Oh, that's that. Well,
No.
humanoid.
Humanoid.
Ah,
Will you?
horses are human.
Why do you want
Will you?
the...
Can we get to
Hop up
How
on the
big is
horse.
Slayla, by the way?
Kazir does as Blue suggests, getting on the horse, going like seemingly stunned by all of it, overwhelmed, and just sort of like coming out of a fog or bad nightmare.
Blue pulls out more rope and ties up his legs.
All right.
Kazir does not resist this time.
All right, and as you do so, about to say, Kazir, you are essentially riding on the back of the horse like you would a captive in Red Dead 2.
Yep.
What
That
a
was the. We found him. There's
Yeah, no
something
shit, I
very
see them.
wrong.
What? Did you turn into a
Look at his
mushroom?
arms.
I swear to God, before I finish this sentence, if I find out you're turning into a mushroom...
Kazir, why are you turning into a mushroom?
We need to make sure there are none of those left. Is what Kazir says. These damn mushrooms.
Mushroom Kazir.
Didn't your mother ever tell you to not take drugs? He gets up on them.
Kazir, this isn't an intervention. Your drug problem has become an issue for the party.
I kid you not, everything Kazir has done can be explained by just being high on drugs.
Except for teleporting.
No, vape clouds, like Ninja Vanish.
Kazir just kind of reaches into his pocket, unfolds a little piece of paper, and there's a bit of catnip, and it's just like, oh. Pulls out a bottle.
Would actually hit tabaxi.
But say you pull out a green bottle and you take a quick swig. And it's the most delightful thing you've ever had, and it's a hallucinogenic. I'm not gonna say what it is, but anybody who knows me knows what it is.
Oh.
Blue pulls out a bottle and takes a swig of it, drinking a bit of the warrior's fire.
Oh. All right.
Just in case.
What are you drinking?
Remember that drink that I gave you a bit ago that helps in fights?
Yeah.
This is a key advantage on initiative rolls for 24 hours.
Fair enough.
Oh, do you mind?
No. Blue hands you the bottle.
And then takes a swig.
All right. And as you do so, Blue, mark on your page that because you have to drink an okay-ish amount, like not a ton, but enough. Mark that you still have 4 more uses in that bottle.
All right. Oh, he has an entire bottle and 4 more uses.
Oh.
He bought a lot. All right.
My brain is cooked.
Blue hops on the horse and takes the bottle back and starts riding back to camp.
I would say you guys, as you guys are riding back to camp, you do see a flying snake that is just kind of hanging out.
Come on, Jiren. We got him.
Jiren flies and lands on Garnet's shoulder and just rides Garnet on the way back.
Well, at least a part of Velos is riding you.
Oh, that's bad.
You watch as the snake turns and looks at you with a sideways glance. If a snake can look at you with disdain,
I really hope Alosa was not listening to that. But she probably was.
Make it so she was, Winter. I want it to happen. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yes.
Give it to me. Not them. Me.
Just make the people back at camp see Alosa blush for no reason. I want it.
I want it. I really want it.
Yeah.
How about we roll for it? 1 to 20, she heard it and saw it. Alright?
1 to 20.
Don't worry, I already rolled for it. It's fine.
If it's a number, then it happened. Does that sound good?
I'm about to say, you guys have no idea.
Well, no, let's make it quick.
But anyways,
Who just rides back.
It does take you guys a little bit to make it back. And as you get back, night is starting to come into full.
Irrelevant. I see 120 feet perfectly.
And you do
Well,
see.
for you, it's irrelevant.
About to say, you do see that Philman has set up a campfire for you guys to enjoy.
How many hours has it been?
At this point, you guys have made camp for about because of how much they had to race and kind of look and everything they experienced. It's been about an hour and a half, 2 hours since the sun was starting to go down. So it is roughly, if I had to gauge a time, it is roughly about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at this point.
Because it was only last 8 hours.
Yep, it's been about roughly 2 hours.
Okay.
But you guys are now back at the camp. For Bimp and for Henrik, you guys immediately see that they had caught Kazir. Kazir does not seem to be fighting, and immediately you see that on Kazir's right arm there are mushrooms growing.
Also that he's chained.
And that he is chained.
Incredibly.
He is chained and hogtied from the waist down.
I do want to mention, because I didn't say anything, Garnan does facepalm and blush at the same time after Blue says that.
Roll for
I can see
embarrassment.
that.
Roll for shame damage.
I mean, vicious mockery is a thing.
Hold on, rolling shame damage. Ooh, that's pretty hefty.
Ouch.
That's gonna leave a mark on Garnan's self-conscious.
Shame damage is always tripled.
It's super effective.
But
You suffer a lasting injury.
I didn't know.
Blue, you sex joke. It's super effective.
anyways, once they are in the group, Kazir explains to them what happened, which, with my mind of Civ, would you do it, Winter?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. And as I explain this, I will give you guys express permission that if you do want to go and look at what and hear what happened, you certainly can, because Kazir is choosing to give you guys this information. Kazir remembers his mind going into a fog. And as he doesn't remember what happened with you guys, he remembers waking up in a field of fungus. As he looks through the fungus, as he looks around, he sees nothing but fungus, mushrooms of every kind, shape, and size, from the smallest ones that you could easily just step on and crush, to some of the largest mushrooms he's ever seen that are bigger than the buildings he's seen. And as he looked around and seen the fuzz of mold and rot around him, he followed what looked to be somewhat of a path. Walking down it, eventually he came upon, with time walking, it felt like at first it felt like minutes. Then it just started to feel like he was walking for hours. Until he came upon what appeared to be a palace made of mushrooms, of pale yellow and rotting brown. And as Kazir took the time to think to himself of whether or not this is a good idea to step into this palace, he thought about it and very clearly realized that there really isn't anywhere else to go. He could wander aimlessly, but if the only thing that he can see out of this entire place that means anything is this palace. Upon crossing the bridge and walking into the darkness of the inside of this palace, from the darkness he's seen this creature, tall, carrying themselves in a strong posture, asking, and basically started to ask Kazir if he was accepting of her gift, willing to become part of her world, and explains that he was in Shedek Law. Which, if anybody wants to roll a religion check.
Can you spell that for me?
Yes, Shedek Law is spelled S-H...
Oh, God.
Hold on one second, I want to make sure I'm spelling this properly, so I'm not giving you guys wrong information. I have it right here. Here we go. S-H-E-D-A-K-L-A-H.
Cool.
Hold on, I'm gonna type it. Just in case. Yes, I would say that for 12. Actually, Henrik, yours would be with advantage because you read the book. Oh,
Ouch.
I would still say with a 12, you do recognize that name. Did Garnan or Belwraith want to roll?
Check is it?
It would be a religion check.
Religion.
It doesn't matter. Belwraith is bad at religion.
So, no idea.
Garnan.
And Bo, he wouldn't be paying attention anyways. He'd be trying to sleep but failing.
All right, so Belwraith is choosing to fail. Garnan doesn't sound familiar. It sounds like something that should mean something, but you don't know. If
He's a little bit taken aback. He's about Blue's comment. He doesn't have any idea.
yeah, if Biff wants to roll a religion check to know what Shedek Law is.
The religion check?
Yes.
That would be a 16.
A 16? Oh, all right, fair enough. And I'll roll for Knackle just for the hell of it.
Well, he's proficient in that.
I say, let's see here. With proficiency, that is a 24. But for Henrik, Blue, Bimp, and Knackle, and I'll say for Alosa because she also. Alosa seems distracted. And honestly, is giving Blue a little bit of a stink eye right now.
Oh no!
She heard.
God damn it!
Better say, so she's Philman. Karik does not have. Karik has no idea, and Philman doesn't really. He just understands it's important.
You want me to roll for Philman?
And if you want to roll for Philman, you certainly can.
Because he's got minus 2 to that. 8.
Yeah, he understands. Like Garnan, he understands it's important, but no idea. He's in it for the hunt. He doesn't know what exactly. Yeah.
Well,
Anyways.
Well, Philman does have minus 2 to intelligence.
Yeah, I know. And Karik has a minus 3, so he. But to say this is wisdom, but Karik actually wouldn't know.
Religion's an intelligence check.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh well, then Karik has no idea. But actually, technically, he would have advantage on this.
Is he proficient in religion?
Well, it's more like what exactly this has, what kind of information this is, because of his class. But because he has his curse is active, he has no idea. But technically, he would have advantage in knowing this information. But you guys would know that Shedek Law is the name of the realm of the Abyssal Lord, Zuggatamoy. And as Kazir describes this being, kind of feminine in feature, but honestly couldn't tell if it was a boy, if this person was a man or a woman. Body covered in mold, rot, and mushrooms. And hint towards the picture that I posted.
Pardon me.
Where was it posted?
It was posted. It's posted above Blue saying "fuck you."
Post it.
I see. Okay.
You know what you did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there it is.
I reposted it also, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
La la.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I did not. In case anybody rewatches this and goes like, "Oh, that's someone's fan art," it's like their name, their watermark is at the bottom. I'm not taking credit for this as my own art. This is art that was created. Not taking credit for it.
We just feel.
Gotta say, and
Can't
the water.
read it very well.
I
so
when Kazir was talking to, talking to this person, I made sure that it was full screen, so that way anybody who
full
looks
screen
at it,
inside. Okay.
yeah, anybody who saw it in full screen could see the mark at the bottom. But technically, this is a Wizards of the Coast picture, so technically this is official D&D art. But as it was zoomed in, you can see the watermark that's showed. So, I'm not taking credit for it, and far from it. I don't want to cheat any artist. But
Understandable.
Kazir explains that that this person, whom you all assume is Zuggedmoy, as this person claimed to be the ruler of the realm, explained to Kazir about how everything comes to her, him, they, eventually. Everything leads to rot and destruction. But Kazir stays firm in his beliefs and what he wants. Of course, they didn't take it very well. And was trying to convince Kazir that it would be best to give up and accept being part of her realm, that he could live forever, past the human flesh, past the rotting bodies that would eventually become part of her anyways. And then Kazir stated firm what he wanted, and had to roll to beat her, and beat her by 2 points. At which he then described how the mold grew over his body, the rot covering up to his neck, and then her saying, "So be it. You'll join me eventually." And the rot going over his head, covering his face and then his eyes, and then suddenly waking up, almost as if he was just being shocked from being asleep, into his body, in a perfect ambush spot, holding his adamantine dagger, right before you guys found him. Actually, I really actually had to practice that voice to get it down. I'm actually very proud of myself.
Nice.
I hope you understand we're not going to be able to untie you for a good bit.
I understand.
At this point, Henrik, I would like you to roll a... I want you to, in this particular case, I would like you to roll another tinkering check, and I'm going to roll something for Knackle.
Oh yeah, hopefully they can get rid of the fungus off his arm.
Just cut it off, it's fine.
No! Oh wait, you meant cut the fungus off.
28?
Also
Alright.
the arm. We could cut off the arm.
Technically true, but
Gonna
it
look
wouldn't
at-
help with the blood in his brain.
Oh, Knackle rules the world
We'll
aside.
just cut off his head, it's fine. Make it like it's such a big deal. We'll just decapitate him. He'll live. He'll be fine. Walk it off.
I mean, he's gonna go back to the rot anyway, so might as well hurry up the process, right?
Let's see.
Walk off decapitation. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Knackle rolled on his religion check and another 24, and upon looking at this, and you kind of pointing out the science behind what you see and trying to explain it to the best of your capabilities to a robot, the DM is looking at something real fast because Knackle did roll really high.
Please have something to kill that annoying little voice. No, something tells me.
We could just we could just give you neurotoxin.
I do have that
Could
neurocaustic
just
poison.
I also have
Could just kill
neurotoxin.
him.
Do you want to go for a bit of a ride?
Actually, Kazir, I need you to roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, sure. Boom. Pretty high.
17. What's your
19.
modifier? 19.
Let me double check. And Constitution plus 2, yeah.
Flash of genius. Do it.
Last one, 23.
23. You do beat it.
Yes!
And as the mold attempts to grow farther, you remember what you said to her. You remember the feelings you felt when you spoke out against this abyssal lord.
Oh, shh.
And you and your will, your want for this. You focus, and you watch as the mushrooms on your arm start to come off.
Potion ingredients, woohoo!
And then at this point, you watch as Knuckle walks over and goes, There. He looks at your mark at this point. Based on what Henrik showed me, I think I have what I need. You are not too far gone. And you watch as he focuses. Because you beat the second check on this, it actually is now weakened. And now Knuckle is going to actually cast the same spell Henrik did.
Bardic Inspiration.
He doesn't need it. He does cast a Lesser Restoration.
Yes.
Here's the thing: when Henrik cast it, the spore had already dipped into his head, and he had already failed a saving throw.
Yeah, exactly.
So when he casted it, it didn't work. It would have taken.
It was
It would have taken a greater restoration to remove it. But because he successfully beat the saving throw, a lesser restoration was able to kill it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And as he does it, and as you watch as Knuckle puts his hand on the side of your head, and you watch as it glows a golden yellow, you hear a scream in your head, until finally it resolves to nothing. Side note though, for fun, just so I could let you know, if you would have failed that saving throw 3 times, you would have just died.
Oh shit! Good to know.
Hey.
Nice.
Straight died.
Yeah, I got you.
It's fine. I could have casted it.
And then you would have become a myconoid immediately.
And then we get to kill you again.
Ouch. Well, I mean, technically it would be Kazir's soul that died. The body would be the myconoid. Yada zombie.
Oh, because your soul would have been forfeit to a certain person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that would have been a whole quest on its own.
Oh,
Yay.
that would have been
We
interesting.
avoided that.
I honestly was like looking like, does Knuckle have the means of saving him? And I'm just realizing, no, he doesn't have 5th level spells yet.
Oh shit.
So Knuckle can't cast Greater Restoration yet.
Good to know.
So that could have been really bad. However, I would have argued and said that there might have been a way scientifically to slow the process down.
Oh, cool.
Which, by the way, Henrik, you can write that down in your journal. Possibility slowing down process.
What the fuck did I not uncover that when I rolled 228s?
With 20
I feel
Shit.
with 28. What's up, Stress Penguin? You would know that basically, based on your knowledge checks, you would know that curing this is a bit out of your depth, as it's not something alchemically you can solve. But alchemically, you might know of a way to slow the process down. No different than trying to use radiation to prevent cancer from spreading. You might, using these mushrooms, be able to come up with a way to slow the process down. Which, by the way, I will say straight up, if you do figure out how to do this, you are basically giving Zug and Moy a middle finger to the face.
Mushrooms need a warm, moist climate to grow well, so if you freeze, it won't do well.
theory.
I have
Dealing with
cured
magic
a
mushrooms.
poison that has not been cured since its creation. You think I won't cure a fucking Bissell god?
Well,
Just pull out your gun. I'd like to see me try.
alright.
Henrik is just crazy enough to do it. He's Victor from
I
campaign
still-
1.
I still say we leave him tied up, at least for the
What?
night,
I-
just in case.
Just quick question.
What's up?
Time.
Oh, the current time?
Yes.
Sunset.
About to say, it is at this point about... now that you guys have talked and looked at, inspected and looked around, at this point it has now been about... At this point, another half hour has passed, so at this point it'd be about 10:30, 11. The sun has set at this point. Like, no red, no nothing. It is now darkness.
I think it's bedtime. Don't you guys?
Oh, before I wanted to add that when the fungus falls off and he hears the voice, because he is like, "Fuck you, man!"
I'm just going to write
Ding
down the slowing the progression of the fungus.
Ding dong, your sending spell won't work currently. Try again at a later date. I think that's...
Ding dong. Fuck you.
I have a couple of personalities for these fungus, and I rolled for it, and you got the annoying one.
I like the annoying one, though. I kind of wouldn't have minded too much if it had to stick around.
Well, he's based off the psychopath from Payday 2.
Oh!
Ah,
Nice.
but anyways, yeah.
Who's taking first watch?
Up to you.
I'll take it. I don't think I'll go to sleep after that one.
Azir's like, even though I'm tied up, I'm taking first watch too. Ain't going to sleep for a while.
About to say, Philman just kind of nods his head and goes, I'll take second watch, son.
Alyssa, could you join me in third watch?
Oh, fuck.
I would personally rather not. I need a full night's rest to practice my spells. And you watch as she walks into Bimp's dome, and they have and you can't really hear, but it sounds like Alosa and Bimp are having a conversation. If you want to roll an insight check.
Would it be insight or...
It would be insight. It would be insight to tell someone's emotions.
Particularly, I think, doesn't Kazir have like
Grow.
a better hearing thing?
9. No.
Man, what's going on with her? Weird. She must need to talk. She must need to talk to Bip about something.
Maybe she's on her period.
Hey.
What?
Well, Guardian, have fun with that. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll take third watch.
I'll take third watch with you.
I'll have to dig some more.
What's up? Whoa.
You watch as she pokes her head out of Bimp's tiny hut. What's up?
What was that hostility towards Blue for?
Hostility? I wasn't being hostile. I was just telling Blue about how I needed to practice my spells.
He gives her the look, the raised eyebrow of his face. Look.
I would like you to roll an insight check against her check. Whether it be persuasion or deception, you don't know. Yeah, okay, what'd you get?
6.
What?
6.
She rolled a natural 1. Oh yeah, no, you can tell immediately that she heard.
Damn, boy.
There's some very obvious hostility.
Garnan's face goes purple. Completely. I think I'm gonna continue my watch. Good night.
Luke gets the finger guns and goes to the cart.
And
Is that the kind of wingman you wanted?
and Alosa is going to be staying close to Bim for the night, if she doesn't mind.
You got what you paid for, and you didn't pay anything, so.
I was just told I have the voice of an anime teen. That's good. What does that mean?
But I say basically, Abby, girl talk.
Gotcha.
That's basically that's what's going on. We'll dish later.
Great.
But anyways, for first watch, Kazir is on first watch. Garnan, are you gonna continue to be on first watch, or are you going to hide away?
I am gonna hide away.
I will let you know that Alosa is staying close to Bimp inside of her tiny hut, and she is going to sleep right away.
Can I go into the hut as well instead of taking first watch?
I mean, if you want to, that would just leave Kazir by himself.
Hey.
Technically unarmed. I think since Blue said he was taking Kazir's stuff and Kazir was letting him.
I'll take first watch from outside.
All right, from outside the dome.
No, from inside the dome.
Oh, from inside it? Okay. And on the outside, you see Kazir tied up, chained, unable to defend himself. I need you guys to roll a perception check, both of you.
I'm just kind of talking to 19. I'm just kind of looking at Alosa like, oh no.
That's a bad one. 9.
All right.
Wait, yeah, my perception is 6, right? Yeah, perception.
So, you guys are on watch, kind of looking out. Garnan.
Oh, fuck.
Everything seems to be going pretty good.
Oh,
There doesn't really seem to be much of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
When suddenly you watch as and not even suddenly, like from a distance you can see. You could swear you see a couple figures off in the distance a bit, not too far away. And Kazir, does a 17 hit you?
God damn it! They're rolling with disadvantage.
double check.
Oh, that's
Right.
true. Oh, that's true. Because this is a surprise for Kazir.
Oh yeah, shit. Hold on.
That's cocked.
Where's my AC?
Yeah, does a 17 hit?
Come on, where is the stupid stat for that? I know I have it written. I'm 90% sure it hits.
Say, if that does hit, you guys watch as
15. Yeah.
15? Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. You guys watch as a giant hand, Garnan, you watch as a giant hand forms above Kazir. And,
What the fuck, Kazir?
and because
Why get close to me?
And Kazir, as you look up to see We'll see what Garnan is talking about. You watch as a giant blue-colored fist comes directly down on you. I actually.
Oh,
Here, what is that?
What the fuck? Ah!
you had to leave me tied up, didn't you? I could have jumped out of the way for that, probably.
Bear trap.
Here we go. All right.
Anyways, how much damage?
Hold on, I gotta roll it. I need 4d8. Hold on.
48.
Oh shit, that's a bad sign. And I'm still down by 16 points. Oh no, wait, no, am I?
Well, you would have had a short rest if you wanted.
Yeah.
If you wanted to roll a, I will say because you didn't mention it, I would say I'll let you roll one of your hit dice.
All right. How many is that?
20.
What is that
20?
dice?
All right.
My brain not.
Because you're a rogue, your hit dice would be a d8, so you can roll me a d8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay. Plus, I'm pretty sure my Constitution is +2. Oh wait, no, that's the saving Constitution.
This is just
Oh
Constitution.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I know. +2.
All right. So you got 8 hit points back, and then you immediately take 20 points of damage.
All right.
And then you
So-
and then
Wait, hold on. 16 minus 8. I'm not minus. Okay, 8. And you said 24?
20.
20, okay. So that's 26 damage in total that I still have.
Yep. And then you watch as a second fist materializes and grabs you. Because you are bound, you can't fight. You can't
Stop
fight.
it! No!
And you watch as it drags you away.
No, 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 no.
Fuck you, Blue! No, he doesn't scream that. He says, fuck it!
Let's see.
Fly me today!
This hand can move 60 feet, so it is going to move
Oh
60 feet.
shit. That's pretty damn fast.
So, Garnet, you watch as you watch as two hands. You watch as two hands appear.
Smashed
One
against-
smashes down on Perone Kazir, and then the other one grabs him and then goes away.
Oh, Blue, get up!
I would assume I would assume Kazir let out a scream after getting hit.
Yeah, he would have
Garnet
screamed
was here this
loud.
entire time. What were you talking about?
So you guys would have woken up at this point. And you guys, and for anybody who's conscious at this moment, which in this case would just be Garnan, you watch as Kazir is now being dragged away, with one of these giant hands.
I'm chasing it.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh, mother.
Quick question. Did we get a long rest in?
Nope, not at this point. It's still early in the
I
night.
can't.
I guess.
Can't cheat this time then.
Nope.
You
Anything?
could-
Go ahead.
I was thinking since you let me get counted as a short rest, everyone has a short rest.
Yeah, a short rest, but with a short rest you don't get spells back.
Oh yeah, good point.
Unless you're a warlock.
Unless you're a warlock, and warlock do get some spells back with a short rest.
You mean all their spell slots back?
Do they get all their spells back?
Yeah, they only have 2. They're gonna get all theirs back.
God damn, that just makes me want to play a warlock more.
But it's only 2 spell slots. It's not that much.
Yeah, but it's still fun though. I mean, I just recently read a warlock pack that really caught my interest, and I kind of want to try it. It's it's from Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. But it's I believe it's called the Pact of the Dead. I believe it's what it's called. Not Pact of the Undead. That's a different one. I believe this was.
That was a good round. That was a good session.
But I say that one was a very Kazir oriented session. But then again, it could have been Henrik. It could have been Henrik either.
Nah, I couldn't have been Henrik. He has a +7 to phone saves.
It also could have been Blue.
Yeah, but Blue doesn't want to climb the thing.
Blue chose wisely.
He knew. Hold on, I knew that thing was affected by the virus.
I don't know what you
I said it the first time I saw it.
I don't know what you're
Our
talking about.
plan for Kazir in full was to cast Hold Person, then Blindness, then manacle him, and then tie him up, and then break his knees because war on drugs.
We were going to make him so paraplegic that we could effectively call him a pickle.
Yeah.
He turned Kazir into a pickle.
He came back to us then.
Colonel, I was turned into a pickle. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
No.
Hey, Colonel. He turned himself
Into a pickle. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Colonel, he turned himself into a pickle. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Colonel, I'm dummy thick.
And the clap of my ass cheeks keep alerting the guards.
God. Do you like what I said there? I think
Master Chief, where are you, Kirby? Sir, Hoya.
Colonel, I need you to pick me up from school. I have a stomach ache.
Oh.
I meant to say that out of character, but it in character fits.
Ow.
That was so funny, and I rolled for that too, and she rolled a natural 20.
That was apologize to her, but no, it was amazing. Blue, hold on. Blue helps with his messed up situations by using jokes. And here's something. He failed a sanity check when Kazir was taken. I had to roll for that. He failed.
Really? Interesting.
Yes.
How many more sanity checks does Blue take before he goes bye-bye?
Yes.
2.
Two?
2.
Oh.
2.
Oh, shit.
So guys, here's the fun thing though. This was something that was a possibility that you guys could have not done at all. And you guys, one of you players finally got to meet one of the Abyssal Lords face to face.
Yeah. I'm so happy about that.
That was fun.
Honestly, of all the characters to have met Zuckenmoy, it would have been a lot funnier if it would have been Belwraith.
It would be. He'd get mad. He'd be actually angry.
He would just go like, "This is fucking bullshit. I already got to deal with 2 of you."
I'm not dealing with the third.
But he already has 3 is the thing.
He doesn't need a 4th
Them
one.
are gods, though.
4 is a
I'm not
crowd.
dealing with the fourth.
That's what would break him. He would actually break at that point.
Boy.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep because I'm tired. I
Okay.
got shit
Do
this morning.
Understandable. Pretty damn late.
But I do hope you guys enjoy this. I know that a couple of you guys kind of been sitting on the sidelines these last couple sessions, and I feel bad about it. Just, I hope I'm not.
Yeah.
No,
Get used to it, bitch. You'll live.
I'm going to murder and then cannibalize Garnan.
Deserves it.
He deserves it.
But
So, Wanderer, did you expect this to be as roleplay heavy as it is?
Oh, it's
I mean,
square.
no, but yes.
It has been a while.
I'm happy that it is. I just wish I could pay more attention.
as a,
ADHD.
yeah, I was about to say, as a person with ADD, I understand.
No.
ADD.
Okay. Well, I'm leaving. Going to bed.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for joining
See
me.
you, Ralph.
See ya.
Oh, wow.
Which are you talking
I'm
about?
going to cannibalize your
Absolutely.
character.
Hold on one
You
second.
know the stream's still going, right?
A very special outro for this stream. So thank you so much for watching, singing.
Is that Zuckermoy's voice?
Yes.
No, let's go to bed.
Gay, that's probably gonna give me a nightmare tonight. Not. I'm kidding.
I hope you all take care, and stay frosty. Yeah, very much Friday the 13th echo of just.
I'm happy that was turning out well and not just wind.
Well, deciding on her voice was a bit interesting, because she's one of the few abyssal lords that is actually like very intelligent. So I couldn't just go. I didn't want to just give her like a classic like snooty above you kind of voice. So I'm just like, what would be something that it would be an abyssal lord? It's like someone who does speak confidently in her beliefs, but when she wants to put the fear into someone, it's almost as if the person hears an echo in their head.
Understandable.
You made Blue fail another
Sanity check?
Sanity check.
Oh god.
Yes.
No, don't make
when hold on. I rolled it when the sending spell failed.
Yeah, well, because technically how sending works is that you would send it to someone who's on the same plane of existence as you, and technically Kazir wasn't.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kazir's consciousness was in the realm, in Zugat Moy's realm.
I've given Blue 5 strikes.
And
he's on strike 3.
And the thing is, in his place was the spore that was in his head, which is not
Ding dong.
Yeah, ding dong. We're sorry. The person you're trying to sending to isn't available.
I am really
very important
This is
question.
fun.
What are we naming the bear trap? What are we naming it?
Ooh.
I'm thinking like Sven.
Sven.
Gun.
Better say. Oh, you could always call her
Sven.
Sheila.
AB boy.
Good old
It's
Sheila.
Gun now.
Lover.
Bear Trap has a agenda?
You can give it a nickname. Technically, this.
Kyle.
I mean, it has holes.
We gotta like like tone down how violent it sounds. It can't be Death Bot 9 trillion.
Right.
It has to be like
Jameson.
Puppy Lover 9000.
Oh,
James Jonah Jameson.
JJ.
fuck.
The second.
But for all you guys in chat, seriously, take care, stay healthy, and most importantly, I hope you all.